Some Randev is first to the stream. Sayforlek is third to the stream. Autumn_falls_ today is second to the stream.
Welcome back to the stream. How is everyone doing? How was everybody's weekends? Hopefully everybody is doing absolutely fantastic. Hopefully everyone had a safe and fun weekend. For anybody who is not in the United States, I hope that it was a great weekend, whatever you may have been up to. And for everybody else who may have been up to something exciting or potentially dangerous, I hope that it was safe. And I hope that it was good for you. I hope that it was good. Some Randev, I cannot believe you. What do you mean, what is this song? Wait, what would you say? Weird song. How do you call it a weird song? This is Baldur's Gate. This is Baldur's Gate 3 right here. So, you know, it could be worse. It could be worse. Let's see here. How dare... Wait, that's what I said. What the... I don't know where the text-to-speech was for that. Anyway, Scoiled with the 50 stream streak. Holy smokes, Scoiled. Thank you so much for streaming here in the stream for 50 streams in a row. I do appreciate it. Remember, everybody, if you're... I was so close. Remember, everybody, if you're gonna streak anywhere, make sure to streak here in this stream. So I do appreciate that. Thank you. I forgot to turn on Shuffle. Okay, Shuffle is now back on, so it shouldn't be Baldur's Gate 3 again. So anyway, good times. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Let's see. Dazu says, OMG. My thoughts exactly. And Squilled with the Dancing Moonchan. I do appreciate that. But I'm glad you didn't mean bad. I feel like that's probably been an intro some point in time. Probably.
We reached our followers goal of 620. Thank you, everyone.
I don't know how we hit the goal without getting a new follower, and mine currently says 619. Hey, there we go. There's 620. Well, whoever you were, 620, I don't see any notification of who it would have been. I don't know if that would have been from Vizrob from 2 days ago. Maybe. Either way, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Holy crap, 620 followers is absolutely wild. So I do appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see here. How dare you, sir? Yes, how dare. Indeed, how dare. Animator says, good, what about you? It was good. Very tiring. So I'm going to potentially seem a little bit off this stream because it was a very, very tiring weekend. We hosted 4th of July here at our house. And so it was Friday. Most of the day was spent doing yard work. And then yesterday was spent setting up everything. So like setting up, easy ups. And we have like a I don't even know what to call it, like an inflatable little like kiddie pool and like a little inflatable water slide and like little yard games. It's like it was several hours of like setting up and then barbecuing and we had a lightsaber fight and just it was a very fun but very long day. And then today was kind of a little bit more relaxing, still quite a bit. There's a lot of green screen you saw back there. Still a bit cleaning and getting caught up. So I am very tired. So I may seem a little bit off tonight. I may also I got burned, very burnt. So not as bad on my face, a little bit, but yeah, my shoulders, my arms, pretty burnt. So if I make any weird movements as well, then I apologize.
I have arrived.
Hello, Ink. Welcome. Glad to see you here. How was your weekend? Hopefully things went well for you. I was low key trying for first. Next time, Seelick. Next time, I believe in you. And Autumn says, yo, how's it going, gang? I mean, for me, personally, it is going great. I hope that it's going great for everybody else. I slept through stream today, but that's okay, because that means I get to enjoy full Moonwood stream. See, there we go. You didn't miss the stream. You were charging up so you could fully enjoy this stream. And I appreciate it. It literally... I turned on Shuffle, and then it literally shuffles back to the very first song that was in the queue. Good job, media player. Good job. I'm so proud of you. Sird, Daz Scoiled, Verta, Salic. Oh, you're naming everybody. How's all your day? How's all of y'all's days going? I'm pretty sure I got that correct. Some Randev says, Sleepy, where's my stream Twitch? Real. I know it's Baldur's Gate 3, but it's still a weird cover. Oh, I see. That's not very nice. Djembe would be very sad. I can feel the migraine starting. Just from the way I'm talking, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I'm going to give you a migraine on accident. That's my bad. Let's see. Jeer444 says, I was the last follower. Jeer! Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that then. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you have had an absolutely fantastic weekend. Moonwoo15 Dan's small. Darn. It was a good try. Make next general. Wait. Make the next goal 670. We could do that. Should I up the goal to like 670? Just go all the way to the top. Let's see. Inky, how's it hanging for you? Jeer says, I didn't know you were even still active. Some randev. Well, some randev is. And doing some absolutely fantastic stuff. Actually, if you want to see an actual good streamer, make sure you go and give some randev a follow, and then make sure to catch their next stream, because holy smokes, when you see their streams compared to this one, you're gonna be like, what the freak am I even doing sitting here in a Moonwood stream when I could have been watching any of the reruns of the Some Randev streams? Just saying. Finished Resident Evil Revelations already. Ooh, nice. See, Fried Kofu says, woo! Welcome, glad to see you here, Fried Kofu. Loki says, evening. Good evening, Loki. Good evening. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic weekend. And let's see, it looks like Some Randev is here with an 80 stream streak. Some Randev, I appreciate you streaking here in the stream for 80 streams in a row. Remember, everybody, if you're going to streak anywhere, make sure to streak here in the stream. So I appreciate that. See, good you. Woo Loki, how's it going? Good, just working on some projects. Some pop-up book projects or something else. Probably something else. You probably ran into some roadblocks and couldn't finish it, right? Already? I thought the game took a while. Let's see, that's what I thought. Me too, if by working, thinking, / creating a concept counts, I would say so. Theory crafting counts. Drip Advisor says, hey yo! Hello, welcome, Drip Advisor. Welcome. Good old Drippy. Let's see, over on YouTube, we got Nix. Hello, Nix. Nix says, hey, check the community projects Moonwood. Absolutely, we will definitely take a look at the community projects. Let's see, I'm going to get the countdown starting for the heads or tails. Let's start the prediction. Heads or tails coin flip, and we're going to start 5 minutes on the clock. So,
says, I started Resident Evil Revelations 2 today, and once I finish that I'll be doing Resident Evil Code Veronica, which just got a remake announced. I pushed it up in my stream order because I don't want to get spoiled by people online.
That's fair. I'm not gonna lie.
Cameron Reek just redeemed stretch.
Absolutely, we're gonna do some stretching. Absolutely. I'm not gonna lie though, I thought you were meaning that you started Resident Evil 2 today and that you finished it today. I was like, holy smokes, you started and finished a Resident Evil game in the same day. That makes way more sense. You started it today. Okay. Way more sense. Like I said, a little tired, but I'm gonna keep up. I'm definitely going to be keeping up. Let's see here today. I'm not gonna vote until someone votes. Fair enough, Squoiled. Fair enough. Pretty good, a bit tired, but I'm getting back to learning more about voxel engines. Logan says, I'm working on another project. I started on this one before the pop-up book. I just wanted to see if I could get some progress on that. I did get enemies in the pop-up book game though. Ooh, that is impressive. That's impressive. You got the enemies working. Lamau, no, Lamau. Someone probably could. Probably not me though. I'm sure there's speedrunners out there that could do it in a couple hours. Most likely. And then a hashtag giveaway. Yes, absolutely. We're definitely going to be... Actually, we might as well do the giveaway now while we're waiting for the heads or tails coin flip to finish. I portrayed heads, starting to believe in tails. I mean, that's fair, Squirrel. That's fair. Just, you cannot get upset if it lands on heads today. I've warned you many times. So if it lands on heads today, I'm just going to have to say I'm very sorry for your loss. I'm fighting with a new Emacs. Those blasted Emacs. Nick says, YouTube is buffering a lot for me for some reason. Yeah, I have a warning saying YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience ... So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. Let me take a look at that. Stream health is poor. YouTube is not regular. Okay, all right. Why is it poor? Analytics. Stream settings. Yeah, YouTube says, or OBS says that it's doing sick. It will go. Let's see what happens. All right, everybody, cross your fingers. Maybe. I'm gonna put my arm up. I'm gonna put it down. Okay, my preview window is very, it's not live, so that would be why. Okay, now it's live. Arm went up, arm went down. Okay, I think we're better. It looks like, potentially. We're gonna see what happens. Who knows? Who knows? If YouTube has more problems, then I guess we'll just switch over to Twitch completely tonight. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But YouTube should hopefully be good again. It looks like the megabits per second is looking decent. Oh, it's still kind of going up and down. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right, let's see here. What else have I missed? What else have I missed? Let's see. YouTube go home, you're drunk. Typical YouTube L. What the?
All aboard. The hype train is heading for the moon.
We've got ourselves a hype train starting. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, YouTube is definitely very much so struggling. It's like going between, it'll like jump up to like, yeah, it like jumps up to like 8,000 megabits per second, and then, or 8,000 kilobits per second, and then it'll drop down to like 700 kilobits per second, and then it spikes back up to like 5,000 kilobits, and then down to like 200 kilobits, then it spikes back up to like 10,000 kilobits. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. It's probably an OBS thing and not necessarily a YouTube thing. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If it's an absolutely horrible stream on YouTube, I apologize. Let's see here.
Says, comparing Moonwood to some randev as a streamer is like me comparing chocolate to caramel. I love both, don't make me choose.
I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair. But the real question is then, who's the chocolate and who's the caramel in this streamer relationship? Am I the caramel and some randev is the chocolate, or vice versa? Discuss. Let's see here. Let's see here. Hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you had an absolutely fantastic weekend. Just trying to make sure I'm getting caught up on everything. Let's see, fighting with Emacs. Never mind, YouTube is living on the streets. Well, I'm using Bevy. Somehow gonna need to figure out the chunk meshing. YouTube go home, you're drunk. Typical YouTube L. Typical. See, I know chunks in terms of Minecraft chunks. Let's see here. YouTube is unwatchable. I'm sorry. That's not great. I'm hoping that it'll kind of even itself out, because I tried stopping and starting, and that didn't seem to help. I think the only thing that I could try is if I like completely shut down like the stream altogether and maybe started a whole new stream. But even then, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe. So we'll see. I mean, if it keeps having issues, then we'll probably just cut the stream to YouTube and we'll call that good. But I don't know. I also don't know if that's gonna make the VOD also unwatchable. But I'm glad you're over here watching on Twitch instead. Last theme was Pac-Man-like, and current theme is Minecraft-like. That is true. It is. Oh, it's for the game-like jam. Okay, gotcha. Let's see here. Bad news with my game. The file's corrupted. My backup was from 2 days prior, which doesn't sound like a lot, but so much got done, and I had to fix it. Trust me. If you say that you lost 2 days of progress, I feel that pain. I know that pain, and it is not fun. Because, yeah, most people would probably hear 2 days, and you're just like, nah, whatever. But it's like, yeah, no, I get that. Especially if it was like 2 very successful days. Not fun. Someone gift me a sub. You can't make those kinds of demands, Cameron. The gifts happen when the gifts happen. They flow in when they flow. 2 days is crazy for anyone who's had something to do with something crashing before it's wild.
The credits of the game.
I see what you're trying to do. There, Seelick. Not gonna happen. I'm Caramel or Caramel. Okay, I'm one of those people that go back and forth between the caramel and caramel, so I apologize. I'm Caramel Supreme. Alright, fine, I'll be the chocolate. I'm chocolate, some randev is caramel, or caramel, whichever way you like it. I didn't think that far ahead. But it's all good. I'm basically back to before I crashed. Well, that's good. That is good. Haven't used Emacs in ages, and there's a reason why you shouldn't. I'm Caramel because I'm better being the one that goes inside. And I'm chocolate. I'll cover all you. No, never mind. Guess I'll cover your sweet nougaty goodness. But that's not gonna come out sounding right, especially if someone's coming in with no context. So we're just gonna move on from that. But back on Friday, Neovim was giving me trouble. That's a Neovim. Blasted Neovim. Caramel dancing. Oh, I see now. I get it. It wouldn't be very highlighted. It wouldn't do highlighting and completion with Bevy. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. What the?
Locatrix to gifted 5 subscriptions to the Moonwood Alliance.
Loki, that is absolutely glorious. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Holy smokes. You do not have to do that, but I do appreciate it. So thank you. Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations to everybody who got the subs. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. Loki, you are the best. You are the absolute best, and I do appreciate it. So thank you. See, also for a jam, that'd be a death sentence. True. Z time. If it was closer to Thursday, definitely fair. The funny thing is, that wouldn't be. Oh, gotcha. Oh, I see. The funny thing is that wouldn't work. My weekend went well. 4th of July was super slow in Pizza Town, so we had time to chill. I also got a bunch of progress done on my crochet project. I posted the work in progress in Creative Corner if you want to see. Absolutely. I do need to go take a look. Godot is hard. Godot is very hard. I salute you, though, for taking that on. I do want to be a part of a game jam at some point. Like, honestly, game jams are like the best way to like learn and grow. So even if you just find like a really small, simple one, that would be the way that I would recommend. Don't take on a month-long one. Don't take on probably even a week-long one should be fine. Honestly, I would say search for like weekend jams. Find a jam that's like 2 days over the weekend, something like that. That is the best way to go. The absolute best way to go.
Just gigantify.
Thank you so much for gigantifying that emote. I appreciate that. What was that? A dinosaur? Looks like a dinosaur twerking. A twerking dinosaur. And I like it. But let's see. It looks like congratulations to Kodo, Selik, Friend Kofu, Fried Kofu. That's the second time I messed up him. Fried Kofu, Animator, and Drip Advisor for getting 5 gifted subs. Absolutely fantastic. And yes, some 07s in chat for Loki. I do appreciate that. Let's see. Godot isn't the old thing that's hard. Wait. Godot isn't the old thing that's hard. That's true. OMG. Sweet nougaty goodness. Funny, I'm using an Emaxen.
Just gigantified an emote with 30 bits.
What the freak is that one? Some kind of spinning cat on wheels? Or is that just a cat? I think that's just a cat. Unreal Engine is also hard. That is true. Unreal Engine is also very difficult. Yo, Loki! Thanks, Loki. And I like it better than Envim. How come I didn't get... I wonder why. So yeah, Fried Kofu. Beautiful. And Animator with the absolutely fantastic Dance and Moonchans. And eventually get NeoVim to work again. Yes, do dance. It's not that hard. You are just new. See, exactly. That's, well, it can still be tricky, even once you get a lot of experience. But it does slowly but surely get easier. That is for sure. Okay, now that I can actually see the emotes, Google Dance. I don't know what that is still, even seeing it gigantified. That sounds lovely. By the way, Moonman, once I get a proper playable demo, I'm going to give you and Sir a copy of the game. That would be absolutely fantastic. I would love to give the demo a try. Absolutely. Let's see. Speaking of jams, guess where Bye Bye Box ended up? Where did it end up? Where did it end up in the rankings? I would absolutely love to hear where it ended up. Always keep backups of your work, guys. You'll regret it if you don't. Also, I did not think that analogy. Holy cow. That's my bad. Yeah, maybe just a little bit. So yeah, Autumn says, it was very chill, very nice. I'm glad, very, very glad. Can I get one? I'm in Spain about, wait. I'm in Spain without the A.
Gigantified an emote with 30 bits.
I see what you mean. You're in Spain without the, I'm sorry, some Rendev. I'm very sorry. But I can now see that is a loading Marcy. And I like it. It's a cat. It is a cat. I do see that now. Let's see. I got the Dancing Moonchans. No, you'll have to buy it free. Is TTS broken? I hope not. Has it not been working?
Tom_falls_ today says, I got Unity all working and was somewhat ready to jump into it after a tutorial or two, and then I realized I didn't know some wide swaths of what kind of game I wanted to make.
Yeah.
Some random dev cheered 10 bits. Testing TTS for Moon.
Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's probably like the most difficult thing is as soon as you open up the game engine, you hit that new project button, and you're like, what the freak do I do now? So yeah, having like some semblance of an idea of what you want to do for a game is pretty important. Otherwise, you just kind of look at a blank canvas and you're like, I don't know. I didn't pick who got subs. It's just random. Oh, fair. Check community projects and find out. Ooh, absolutely. Some Rendev with the gigantified Dancing Moonchan. Okay, unit working, testing TTS for Moon. Let's see, some random damage, just shoot 10 bits. I only have have 2 level 1 hype emotes left. That is pretty impressive. That is very impressive, actually. 50-50 shot of getting the one I want. Fingers crossed. Make a cool game. Second best way, it's begging.
True. Let's see, you've collected all of the level 1 emotes. Ooh, I finally got the level 1 emotes. That's good. Also, Fried Tofu, thank you so much for making my voice sound such this way. Well, it looks like we did end the hype train, so congratulations to everybody who was a part of it.
You should have one more thing. One more emote if you're part of the hype train.
It's very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. And yeah, it looks like the hype chest is on the way. So that should be showing up here pretty soon. Not too bad. Let's see, over on YouTube. Let's see, buffering is bad. I thought it was my end. Let's see, Ceiling says a low-key phone died as I
sent that voice message, so I went to YouTube to see your reaction. Hi, Twitch. To give it subs, need the perso be actively on Twitch. Need the person to be actively on Twitch. I think, well, let's see, does it say you got one? I think it was that far back. No, you should have it. You should have it over on Twitch. So I think it's if you were active in the stream within like a certain amount of time, then you will get the gifted subs. So yeah, so you got the gifted sub. You are good there. Let's see. Thank you so much, Loki. Thank you so much. Nothing to do on YouTube. Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad you got it. Let's everyone make weirdest game and release, hoping to get popular in 10 years ago. Maybe should I do that for my maybe for my game jam that I eventually host? I will do the theme will be weird. I just want it to be weird. Nobody steal that. I'm sure it's been done before, but nobody steal it. I used to identify with my creativity, and now it's a foggy. That's not good. I'm sorry that it's a foggy. I'd be down. Yoink. I think you get some pretty interesting games if the theme was just weird. Oh, it's all foggy. Oh, I see. I was like, I don't get what you mean by it's a foggy. That would make a lot more sense if it's all foggy. That's my theme now. No, Nick, please don't steal it. Now I feel like I have to like set up my own jam right here, right now, so that nobody else can take it. Okay, maybe I won't do it right here, right now, but eventually, eventually, we are gonna be doing a game jam. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Okay, let's head over here and let's do, I think first and foremost, we need to do the game key giveaways. Let's do that one really quickly. So if you were not already aware, we have a game key giveaways channel over on the Discord. So if you're not a member of the Discord, make sure to join so you can eventually get in here to the game key giveaways channel. And right here, we have the latest post from Loki just saying, react to this post before this stream that you're currently watching right now. So if you are watching the stream right now and you did not add a reaction to this post, it is too late. You were not able to add a reaction. But do not worry, not all is lost, because you will still be able to add a reaction on the next post for the next Sunday stream. So if you want a chance of winning a free Steam key, you will be able to react to a new post that Loki will post probably in the next day or two, and then you'll just add a reaction. I will, add reminders on the Tuesday and Thursday streams. That way, if you don't remember, I'll at least remind you during those streams. So for everybody who did add a reaction here, we should be able to come over here and refresh this page, and we should have a nice, absolutely fantastic wheel. The names are weighted, so the more that you win, the less likely you will have to be able to actually win a key. But everyone on here has a chance to be able to win the key. So let's do the spin, and we're gonna see what happens. Here we go. If your name is on here, cross your fingers if your name is on here, because hopefully you will get a free game. Oh my gosh, sir. You keep getting so close. Even with such a small weight on the board, you still keep getting very closely. Very, very nicely done. Pocky, however you pronounce the name. Congratulations, absolutely fantastic. I hope that you will pick an absolutely fantastic key. Yeah, so you should be getting a DM from Loki here sometime soon with a link. Scoiled, that's you. Congratulations, Scoiled. That is absolutely fantastic. Well, congratulations, very nicely done. Yes, you will be getting a message from Loki here coming up pretty soon. And yeah, then you'll be able to pick from one of the games. And I hope, actually, I don't know what that's gonna look like, because you're in Japan, right? Like, you live in Japan? I don't know what that's gonna look like for game keys. We have a system? Okay. Well, let me know. If it turns out you're not able to redeem any of the keys, let me know, and I will buy a key for you. So just let me know if it doesn't work, then I will do something to make sure you get your prize. So sometimes it doesn't work. That happened one time. Okay, gotcha. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, it will work this time. And yeah, if not, don't worry. We will make sure that everything's good to go for you. Let's see. That's my theme now. Tails. Also, check general. Yes, absolutely. Please. How? Wow, that's me. It's Goyle. How are the weights made up? So basically, as far as I understand it, is you can reduce the weight by like certain points. And so essentially, I believe the way that Loki is doing it is that anytime someone wins, you can like adjust that weight by like adding or subtracting from it. And so it kind of all evens out. So like say, for example, if everybody who was weighted higher or maybe less weighted lower, whatever it may be, if the names that were on larger sections, if they all eventually were to win the exact same amount of keys, then everybody's name on here would look the exact same. So basically, let's say, for example, if it was like, 15 people on this board and all 15 of those people have won 10 keys each, then if someone new were to jump in, their name would be weighted way heavier than all the other names because they hadn't won anything, whereas everybody else has already won one. So I believe that's how it's all done. I think the Loki just has like a list of all the keys that everybody has won, and so as names are coming in and out, he can kind of adjust the weights based on how many keys have won. And yeah, I just tried to explain the whole thing without having any knowledge on how it actually works. That's just how I'm assuming it works based on what I'm seeing. So I hope that's how it works. We have a system. Yep, sometimes doesn't work. That happened one time. Oh yeah, when are we doing heads or tails? We're going to be jumping into heads or tails right now, and then we're going to jump over, we're going to take a look at all the rest of the Discord server stuff, and then we're going to jump in and do some game dev stuff. So, let me get this pulled up here real quickly, because I always forget to just pull this up before the stream actually starts. So here we go, coin flip version 1.2, let's get that pulled up. We're just going to pretend like you didn't see any of that over there, and then we're going to jump over, we're going to do some heads or tails. Because of course we are. Of course we're going to do some heads or tails because it is that time. It is that time, everybody, to do heads or tails. So, if you voted for one of these, then make sure to cross your fingers for all of them. And yeah, we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. It is not going to be a best 2 out of 3, as some of you may know. It is just going to be whoever has the first 3, not 4, 3 wins is going to be the ones that are going to be the ones that actually take the gold. So here we go. All right, going back to the tails. Here we go. Fingers crossed. All right, we got 2 tails. Not bad. Is tails gonna take it, or is heads gonna somehow? All right. Heads is taking it back. They're coming back around. They're the 30. They're the 20. They're the 10. Come on, tails. Oh, heads is taking it back. They're taking it back across the field. Here we go. I like I'm trying to do sports metaphors when I don't know sports at all, but that's okay. Okay, we're going back for tails. Going back for tails. Oh my God. Oh, the tug of war is real. That's all right. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be all right. We're going. Okay, all right. We got 2 heads, 0 tails. Let's see what happens. Is heads gonna take it, or is tails going for it? Oh, we got tails. We got heads. You'd think with just, the 2 heads or tails, I would be able to remember who actually won literally 2 seconds after they won. But congratulations if you voted for heads. Absolutely fantastic. I am so very sorry if you didn't vote for heads. But hey, then now you know. Now you know for next time. So here's the... Let me give you a little secret, all right? Let me give you a little secret. All you do is you pick one, and you just stick with it. And then eventually, it's a 50-50 shot. You gotta win eventually, right? There you go. Anyway, this has been, as everybody knows, the absolutely fantastic, wonderful, and inspiring Heads or Tails.
44 wants Moonman to do 10 bicep curls.
Bicep curls, huh? I'm gonna add that on to the stretching that I also need to do. Which is gonna be so much fun. Absolutely so much fun. I appreciate that. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, so congratulations if you voted for heads. It looks like there are 2.8 thousand.
Benedict wants Moonman to do 10 chest benders.
We got the trifecta, don't we? We've got the trifecta here. Absolutely. Let's see. Yes. Heads or tails. So it looks like we've got 2.8K across 2 people that voted for heads, and we've got 4.
Welcome Big Boy Games official and your 25 amazing audience members.
Welcome Big Boy Games. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Hello, welcome. Hopefully had an absolutely fantastic stream. We are just wrapping up on a prediction we just did, which was a heads or tails coin flip, and heads was the winner there. So it looks like 32% of the points, you guys are the winners. So 68% are going to be coming your, what is it? Get out of here. We're going to choose outcome. I think I broke things. Oh my gosh, I freaking hate AI. It is the worst. Heads, there we go, complete prediction. It looks like it's going to be 8,644 channel points going out your way if you voted for heads. Absolutely fantastic. If you voted for tails, I am so very sorry, but do not worry. There's always next time. Just remember, with great points comes great redeems. Yeah. Anyway, Big Boy Games, welcome. Thank you so much for that raid. I appreciate it. Really quickly, if you need to raid and run, no worries at all. I completely understand after a long stream. Sometimes, you just gotta pass off the viewers and be like, all right, I gotta go. And I know that for everybody who else is watching, I know that after you get passed off to somebody else, and you're like, who the freak is this person? I'm out of here. Totally understandable. No worries at all. But for anybody who would like to stay, first of all, welcome. My name is Moonwood Games. We're working on a retro-style dungeon crawling roguelike RPG called Tomb of Vercilias, where the combat is blackjack. We're still kind of getting into the stream right now, just kind of chatting, hanging out, going through our Discord server to look at some community projects and art and stuff like that people have been working on. And yeah, it is a good time. So if you would like to take a look and see any of that good old game stuff, then would absolutely love to have you here. And if not, that is totally understandable. I just appreciate you for stopping by. Let's see here. Rigged every time I took everyone down to my heads of betraying karma. I'm so sorry, Skull. I'm so sorry. I gotta figure out the issue. Wait, what, you figured out the issue? My parents were missing like Batman's. That is a bit of an issue, I would say. But if you turn into a vigilante, because that could be apparently a solution. Dinosaur fact of the day, the spikes at the end of a stegosaurus's tail are called the thagomizers. The term originated from the comic called The Far Side in 1982, and everyone just adopted it. That's kind of cool, actually. That is really cool. I believe in the gambler's fallacy. I will get it. I will get it next time. That's true. That is true, Ceiling. You will get it next time. And then let's see. We got the chest benders as well. Yes, we'll definitely be doing the trifecta. Oh, that is not getting fully red. I don't know what you mean. I know you mean something didn't get fully red. Woo, dinosaur facts. Yeah. Thank you for all of those poinies. You're welcome. Big Boy Game says, hey, how's it going? Is it going absolutely fantastic? Yeah, like I said, just getting into stream, just kind of getting caught up on chat and making sure that everything is good to go. But yeah, how you doing? How was your stream? How'd everything go for you? Oh, hey, a raid. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. More than double the stream count. Yes. Oh, I love it. Yeah, hi, raiders. Let's see here. We got Big Boy Games with a nice wave.
Goyle says, hello.
Hello, Scoil. That was a great text-to-speech. We got a wave from Big Boy Games. Double my points. Oh, geez, I got to make a command list that tells what the commands are. I forgot I was only halfway done last time. That's fair. Let's see, Drip Advisor was at 4,000. Is that what 8,000? That's crazy. I used 3,000 points. I'm very sorry, Squall. Very sorry. I just went in a solid 2K. Yeah, hi, Raiders. Commands, TDS, info, wishlist, mods, Discord, and pronouns. Very nice. TDS, hello. There are info commands if anyone cares. I do care, and that is awesome. What you use stream elements and not OBS? I use OBS. So we've got stream elements to do overlays and things like that. But I use OBS to be able to run the stream and all that fun stuff. See, Big Boy says it was going good today, just working on fixing up our tutorial a bit ahead of our launch this month. That is absolutely fantastic. When's launch day? Would absolutely love to be able to check in on that. Absolutely. Wait, never mind. I got confused. No, you're good. You're good. Add time for me. Blasted ads. Those blasted ads. All right, well, let's jump over here and we're going to, let's see. I believe we've got Creator Corner, Community Projects, and General. So let's see what we got in here. Gosh, there's a fly. So help me. Okay, let's see here. Lazarla, I'm working on this character for Art Fight. I'll have a few things left now. Ooh, nice. Nice. He's looking fantastic. I like it. I like it. That is some good looking work right there. Yeah, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, very nicely done, Lazarla. I love it. I love it. This is my reference. Her name is Sienna, and here's her Art Fight page. Nice. Well, I did find out, unfortunately, I believe if I click on this, it makes me log in to be able to view stuff, which is very annoying. But I will have to I'll have to create an account so I can actually see what's going on here. But yeah, she looks fantastic. Honestly, yeah, beautiful stuff. Beautiful. I love how you've got the elongated face for the snout and stuff like that. Yeah, beautiful stuff. Very nicely done. Love it. Love it. Let's see here. But yeah, definitely gonna be jumping in so I can actually see, because I've had a few people send me links to the Art Fight stuff, and I'm like, I can't see it, unfortunately. But I will create an account so I can actually jump in and take a look. So might as well. The community projects, what do we got over here? Bye-bye box. Ooh, all right, everybody. Let's take our guesses. I'm guessing you're gonna be top. I can't remember how many people were a part of this jam. I just want to see. What do we got? All right, visit the page. Here we go. Submission for the NSW jam. Okay, so I just want to see. Oh, it was so good too. Okay, so I gotta jump in here. Wait a minute. Is that a number 1 I see right there? Is that a number 1 that I see right there? Doth my eyes deceive me, or is that a rank number 1 right there? With a total score of 4.172. For the People's Choice. Ranked by 29 people. Oh my goodness. That is impressive. People's Choice indeed. Oh my goodness. Number 1 of the People's Choice. That is absolutely fantastic. Holy smokes. Congratulations. Fantastic stuff. I love it. I have never gotten a number 1 in any of the game jams that I've joined. So that is absolutely fantastic. Congratulations on getting the People's Choice number 1. That is absolutely wild. Yeah, congratulations. That's fantastic. Let's see. That was out of 24 as well. Holy smokes. That is impressive. That is very impressive. Very nicely done. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, fantastic. Oh my gosh. Which, I mean, to be fair, the parts that I actually played, top of the line, absolutely fantastic. And like, just your pages are always so well put together. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play this game through all the way because I need to see how it ends. I need to see how it ends. I mean, I only played like the first 5 minutes, so I gotta see how it ends. This game looks so goated. Yeah, absolutely goated. Like, friggin' anytime I see games like this get entered into game jams, I'm always just like, oh, why do I keep trying? That is beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. I appreciate you sharing. Yeah, beautiful stuff. Let's see here. Ad time for me. Ad time. Neovim is getting thrown in the trash. Blast Neovim. Get rid of it. Get rid of it, Cameron. What kind of game are you making? Lazarla says, thank you. Guess you gotta join Art Fight now. I guess so. Dang it, sorry, my bad. No, you're good. You can join as a spectator. Oh, I might have to do that then. Toasty Jam theme announced. Wait, what? Hold up. I thought it starts in 12 hours. What do you mean it's been announced? Is it already in here? The theme is underground. Oh, what? Underground? Oh, man. Okay. All right. An underground theme, huh? Oh my god. That could be a lot. That could be a lot of things. You could do a lot of things with that. Like my indie game Grimdelve. It could be a normal RPG with towns and quests and adventures, just set entirely underground. What constraints might arise from this setting? That is super cool. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to be thinking about that. Excuse me, had to sneeze. I'm gonna have to be thinking about that. Yeah, underground. Starts in 12 hours. This is a week long, right? July 6th through the 13th. Yeah. So we got 1 week. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put my mind to that because that's I'm trying to think of like something. Yeah, I gotta not think about it too much. Cause like there's a few ways that my brain is going with this, with underground. Obviously, of course, mining. That's like the first thing that comes to mind. Making some kind of mining game. But then there's also other things. Stuff that is like not necessarily like a classic fantasy setting RPG kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely gonna have to think about that one and just kind of see where we might end up with that. Because I really want to participate in the Toasty Jam. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what we can do. And again, the week-long jams are kind of my favorites because it's like you don't have to spend a ton of time. Because like obviously, unless someone has like nothing else going on in their lives, or they're able to like take an entire week off of work and school and whatever they may be up to in their lives, honestly, like there's not gonna be anything super polished in a week-long jam, which I feel like makes it less intimidating for people that, like myself, that don't have a ton of extra time, just work on other things. So yeah, the week-long jams are honestly like the sweet spot where it's just like, it's enough time to be able to do stuff that you would want to do, but not so much time that other people can like get leaps and bounds ahead of you if you don't have all the time in the world. So, yeah. Anyway, if you would like, what the? Legendary Skate. I thought it said legendary. Legendary Skate. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you here. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm still on the fence if I'm going to be able to participate in it. I guess I better figure that out in the next 12 hours so we can get going on it. But anyway, if anybody else would like to join the Toasty Jam 2, make sure to jump over here, and I will even share the link so everybody's got it, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. So if you would like to join the Toasty Jam 2, there's a link to it. Make sure to join. It's 12 hours until it actually starts, and the theme is underground. So if there's something that's coming to mind, and you're like, that would make a great quick game in RPG Maker, make sure to do it. Especially because first place, $50, second place, $30, and third place is $20. So honestly, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see, we currently have 215. I'm trying to remember what the ratio is. I think it's something like, there's a chance there's only going to be about 25 to maybe 30 projects that get submitted out of the 215 people that have joined. I mean, I hope that there's more than that, but I think the ratio isn't it something like, it's not even quite 20%, right? Of like people that join jams that actually submit. I don't remember. I do not remember. Anyway, yeah, make sure if you'd like to join and be a part of this, then yeah, the Toasty Jam 2. Good times. But I'm gonna be putting my head on there and just kind of see what we might come up with. So, let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Jumping back over here, that is absolutely fantastic, though. I'm glad that you actually told me that the theme has been revealed yet, because I wouldn't have even looked until tomorrow. So I did have it up so I could remind myself to look. Let's see here. Okay, going back down. Toasty Jam theme announced. People's choice, baby, whoa, big. Thanks, I didn't sleep for 5 days. I believe it. This game looks so goated to stick past the credits. Thank you, everyone. It means a lot. Absolutely. See, amazing. It means it's been announced. I mean, it's been announced. Oh, okay. I mean, that makes more sense. It's Mario 1 and 2 all over again. I don't get why jams announce a theme early and go, but don't start yet, though. Yeah, that's what I was kind of expecting there to not be the theme until tomorrow, honestly. But hey, if it means that I can kind of like start thinking about what it's going to be, but who knows? Who knows? There's a chance. Maybe Toasty's going to pull, do a little bit of a rug pull and be like, hey, you know how I said the theme was underground? Well, joke's on you. 12 hours later, joke's on you. It's actually above ground. So take that, potential cheaters. Yeah, no, I feel like you usually don't want to announce the theme just so that people don't start working on the game before. I don't know. It is just 12 hours though, so it's not like it would be any huge jump start or anything like that. For a brief second, I reconsidered making Minecraft an RPG Maker, because then I could add it to this game jam too. That would be very impressive. That would be extremely impressive. You could, but I kind of want to join some jam, but I know I am not going to make it in time. I mean, you could potentially. You got 12 hours and 44 minutes to go, so you could. Not you just calling me out right now. The save jam was 5 days. Yeah, that's my bad. I'm sorry. What's nice about Space Max is it has layers. So you don't need to install multiple packages for Markdown, etc. I'll take your word for it. Let's see. First time chatter from the Raider. It was supposed to be okay, so it was supposed to be Legendary Skate, but my brain must not have worked. You're totally fine. No worries. I actually know all too well. When I first created this channel, for the first month that I was streaming, I was Moonwood Games instead of Moonwood Games, because I accidentally did a D instead of an N. So yeah, so I was Moonwood for a month. Good times. I wonder what an airy skate is. I don't know. Something cool. Something legend. Wait for it. Dairy is what it would be. That is what I would say. Anyway, okay, jumping back over here. Let's see. We've also got Undero. Ooh, what do we got here? An RPG adventure underneath. It seems like you already created your game for the Toasty Jam. Is this already good to go? What do we got here? Undero. world populated by many races of monsters. Long ago, humans ruled all, but after much time, their society fell to corruption and greedy power-driven leaders. Now only a few humans remain. You, one of the last humans, must venture deep into the underground to save the world from a great calamity. On your way, discover the ancient history of the fallen kingdom Undero and how the humans had come to such a fate. I love it. I love it. That is super cool looking art, though. Oh, okay. I was like, that is really small. Okay, that makes more sense. This is really cool looking. What the?
Okay, now I have art, but insert butt joke here. I have more.
Okay, that's fair. We can definitely take a look. Absolutely. Now you'll be running in a cell. Oh my gosh. I love that, like, everything in here is completely custom. That is absolutely fantastic. This looks great. This looks beautiful. Yeah, very nicely done. I love it. I love it. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing this project. I'm definitely gonna have to give that one a go around as well. Okay, let's see. And then we had General. So I'm just making sure that we get caught up on everything. Do not fear the blank canvas. It is freedom to start something new. You know, that's actually inspiring. That is actually very, very inspiring. Do not fear the blank canvas. It is freedom to start something new. Are you telling me that I should stop everything that I'm doing and start fresh? I think so. That's what you're trying to tell me. From my friend Kat, who started their game dev journey last year, I figured this was fitting to the stream. Yeah, 100%, absolutely. Yeah, I love that Loki. I love it. All right, let's take a look at art, and let's see what we got. My current writing. What do we got? Ooh, declaration of intent to form a guild. Oh my gosh. Pursuant to the Galactic Guild membership guidelines set forth in Section 3 of the Guild Master's Handbook, established in the year 10 of the New Age, the Summer Mint, and its related planet, the Armada Enclave of System Outer Rim, the Arid Vine Armada. Oh my god. It actually feels like I am reading a legal document, which I feel like you have absolutely nailed if this is the declaration of intent to form a guild. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Oh my god. I love it. I love it. Yeah, very nicely done, Cameron. Oh, there's the new art. There is an art you're talking about. Hey, nice. That is a good walking pose right there. Yeah, beautiful stuff. Very nicely done. I'm not quite sure if they're supposed to be sandals or just things that are on the feet, but I like it. They're really cool looking. There's this little guy right here. Beautiful stuff. Looking a little surprise right there. I love it. I love it. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. All right, everybody. I think seems familiar. It does. It reminds me of some random person that likes to develop. That's what it kind of reminds me of. Or am I completely off on that? Let's see. For a brief second, I considered you definitely could. I kind of want to join the jam, but I know you're not gonna have time. Sorry, got lost where I was. Not you just calling me out right now. Save jam was 5. Let's see what's nice about it. Okay, there we go. I wonder what an Aerie skate is. Okay, so I did read that. Okay, now I have art. I'll be back. Okay, Terminator. Sounds familiar. Perhaps some random. Perhaps. Why is someone posting my face in your Discord? With broom? Potentially with broom. Guilty as charged. I love it. All right, everybody. We've got the trifecta, and then we're going to jump in and we're going to do some game dev stuff. Let's see here, though. We've got Turwoj3405 says, first time catching a stream. Hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic weekend. And yeah, hopefully you're doing well. Well, I'm glad you're catching the stream. We're going to be jumping into the game dev stuff here pretty quickly. But we are getting all, caught up on everybody and getting caught up on chat. But yeah, so we're going to be doing the trifecta here really quickly, and then we're going to jump in and we're going to start on the game dev stuff. It's finally happening. So here we go. Let's get that going. Let's get the jams cranked. And yeah, it's going to be an absolute blast of time. So here we go. Let me just shove the chair out from under me. Get out of here, chair. Yeah. All right, everybody. You know how this goes. 10 on the clock. Count them with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, voice of chess benders. You know how this goes. Count them with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god. Oh, that feels good. You know what feels even better? A nice stretch to the right. And then to the left. And backwards. Oh, that hurt. Oh, man. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate that. I think I had mentioned at the beginning of the stream that I got relatively burnt over the weekend, and so my shoulders are definitely very burnt. And yeah, that stretch was something else. That was something else. Woo. Okay, let's see. I think we're all caught up on everything, right? I think. With giveaway, coin flip, we're no longer getting buff, so let's turn that off. Got all the chats. I think we're good. That's quick attack, speed 100. What'll it do? Wait, what'll what do? What'll what do? Ken has lurk command. Oh, gotcha. Okay, but it would be speed 670. Exactly. Speed 670. All right, everybody. Game dev stuff. Here we go. So, if you remember from the last stream, we were working on getting all sorts of fun stuff. Finally finished with some of the perk cards. So, we finally got all of the actual elemental stuff updated with the monsters for doing damage based on all sorts of fun variables. So all of that is good to go. So next up, we're going to be working on getting the monster and gemstone spawning working better. Because as of right now, it kind of is... It's fine. It's fine. So, you know, you come in here and we'll grab a perk card. And then as you move around, it currently just runs off of a random number. So basically, here's how the spawning works. We come over here to common events, and we go to the spawn monster /items /traps /decor. There's a lot of things that spawns in here. Essentially, all I have to do is with this guy right here, this random number is what is actually changing the spawn rates of the monsters and the gemstones. So essentially, all it is anything less than 0 will be an item. So yeah, basically the way that this works, let me actually pull this up. Hey, look at that. There's my thumbnail. So we do 100 and then 50, 72, freaking 72, 100, 50. There we go. Oh my gosh. There we go. Good enough. So basically, here's how this thing's working, all right? So, you got the rooms right here, right? So this is the map. And then say, you know, you got room here, room here, room here, room here. I'm gonna draw out some rooms. I know this is not exactly 1-for-1 with what the rooms actually are, but basically, you know, this kind of gives you a rough idea of how this is supposed to work. So, yeah, let's just say, for example, all of these individual blocks are the rooms, okay? Bear with me. We're making progress. Okay, let's just say, for example, those are the available rooms. Let's go with a few more. So if we go with like a 12? Nope. 10? Yeah, sure. Nope. Let's go with 8. Close enough. Okay, so basically, any of these rough squares are a room. And so basically the way that it works is it will start in the bottom left corner. So this is room number 1 down here. And then basically it just says, first things first. It goes, hey, are you a room? So it checks to see, do you have an ID that corresponds with being a room? So anything that is like a positive integer means that it is a room. If it is 0 or a negative, that means it is not a room. So it goes, hey, room number 1, are you a room? And it goes, nope, there's not a room here. So it goes, okay. Ooh, room number 2, are you a room? No. And then it moves on and it goes, okay, hey, room number 3, are you a room? And it goes, yes, I am a room. And then at that point, it then comes in here and says, okay, cool. If you are a room, then we're going to set this to be a random number between either less than 0, 0, or greater than 0. You know, basically just random number between, say, -8 and +8, okay? So, the way that works is if it is a negative number, so let's say, for example, if it said, we're to say, all right, we're going to set this room to be -1, then all that means is that this is going to be an item. This is going to be an item spawn. That's it. It doesn't matter if it's -1. It doesn't matter if it's -2. It doesn't matter if it's -8. As long as it is in a negative integer, it will spawn this as an item. So that is how that works. And so then, then it would go back over here to room 3 or room 4, and it'll say, okay, room 4, are you a room? And it goes, yes, you are a room. And it says, all right, cool. Set a random number between -8 and +8. And then say, for example, it sets it to be a random number that is equal to 0. So 0 means this is going to be a trap room. So if the value is 0, then it says, okay, cool, you are a 0. And then after that, so 0 is not necessarily always a trap room. 0 will then say, okay, if you are a 0, that means spawn nothing. So you're not going to spawn any items, no monsters, anything like that. But you will have a 50-50 shot. So right here when it says spawn traps, it will then say, hey, pick a random number between 1 and 2. And then basically just says, if this is equal to 2, so again, 50-50 shot. If it is a 50-50 shot, and if it lands on a 2, then it says, okay, this is going to be a trap. So if it goes to a 1 after that, then it just will be a completely empty room. Does nothing to it. So then it moves on and it goes, okay, cool, this is room number 5. And then, it rolls the dice again. It says, okay, let's set a random number between -8 and +8. And let's say, for example, if it is a 7, I suppose, then it would come in here and it would say, okay, cool, you are a 7, which means you are a positive integer, which means you need to be a monster. So it would say, okay, cool, yep, positive integer, you're a monster now. Awesome. And yeah, that's basically how it is working right now. The problem, here's the problem that we've got, which is what we need to try and address. It could potentially be like, okay, you're a room, cool, you're gonna be a 2, which means you're a monster. Oh, you're a room, okay, you're gonna be a 4. Okay, cool, you're a monster. Oh, you're a room, you're gonna be a 5. Okay, you're a monster. You're gonna be a 2, you're a monster. You're gonna be a 3, you're a monster. You're gonna be a 1, you're a monster. You're gonna be a 9, you're a monster. You're seeing the pattern here, right? Even though it is completely random, that's kind of the potential double-sided sword of this whole thing, which is it could spawn nothing but monsters on the floor. Like literally nothing but monsters. And obviously, because the original reason why I did it this way is because I was like, well, I'd be able to adjust how many items and monsters would be spawning with just the simple change of a number. So eventually I was going to change this to JavaScript, but I could go and adjust it later, and I could be like, okay, well, if this floor is supposed to have more items on it, we don't want to say there's going to be no monsters. We're just going to say, all right, cool. Then we're going to say, hey, set a random number between -20 and +5. That way it's way more heavily weighted towards the negative numbers, which would mean it spawns more items. Or you could say, hey, you're going to be, -2 through +20. That way it's way more weighted to spawn more monsters, essentially. But even still, you could still literally just say, hey, you're going to be -1 through +1, and it could still, given probability and just the way that random numbers work in JavaScript, or just computers in general, just the way that random numbers are, it still could be potentially +1, +1, +1, +1, and it could literally go through every single possible room and just saying you are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and every single one of those rooms is going to be a monster. No traps, no items, nothing. So, I think we need to change that. So instead of it just saying, hey, just pick a random number between here and here, I think what we need to do is we need to say, okay, maybe we say at the very beginning, we basically just need to say, okay, on this floor, there can be 15 monsters and 15 items. Okay, not too bad. And then when we come through here and we loop through this, because as you can see, there is a loop here, which essentially, as it chooses the number, it then adds everything to that room and then moves on to the next one, and the next, and the next, and the next, and the next, so on and so forth. So, I think what we need to do is we need to say, what do we need to say? I think the plan is, over here in RTG 2.0, which is the newest of the RTGs, we need to say, control variables. Do I have, we've got spawn. Is there spawn? Exit spawn checker. Spawn point. Spawn location. Spawn location. Spawn location. Spawn, spawn, spawn. Gemstone spawn rate. Monster spawn rate. Trap spawn rate. Pedestal orb spawn. Okay, so we do have variables for this already. We've got item spawn minimum and monster spawn max. Let's do this though. instead of saying it's, you know, this is the minimum amount and that's the maximum amount, we're going to say item spawns, monster spawns. Yeah. Okay. We also, oh crap, yeah, we do need one more thing though. So I do want to do trap spawns as well. Yeah, we do need to do trap spawns. Let's see. Got it. Done. Lurk. Cameron is retreating into the recesses of the dungeon. I like that. That's funny. Okay, so it's time to disrupt the work. Check Creator Corner. All right, that's fair. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look at Creator Corner. Hold up over here. Go to... There it is. Sounds like it should be highlighted. Inspired by Pocket Circuit in the Yakuza games. It's working in theory now to get the things like going too fast in jumps or tight turns to have a chance for the car to leave tracks. Also adding in boost areas. I'll need to work on a good camera controller to follow the player's car. I don't know what Pocket Circuit is. I have heard of the Yakuza games, but I've not actually ever played any of them. But I'm very interested to see what's going on here. So what do we got? What do we got? That is very small. Hold up. Hold the phone. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to come over here. I'm gonna grab this guy. I'm gonna come up here. I'm gonna come over here. Nope. We're gonna come over to OBS. There you are. I'm gonna bring OBS down here. And we're going to switch over to monitor 2. Displays. Second monitor. There we go. We're gonna full screen this. There we go. All right, let's see what's going on here. Ooh. Hold up. This is just that minigame from Mario Party. Wait, they have this in Yakuza? That's hilarious. I like that. I always was absolutely horrible at this game in Mario Party, though. That is really cool you got that working, though. That is a really cool track. I like how with stuff like this, it's like so simple, but effective. That is super cool. Yeah, very nicely done, Loki. Very nice. Also, I'm not saying your idea is just, you know, Pocket Circuit from Yakuza. I'm meaning Pocket Circuit from Yakuza is from Mario Party. And I'm sure Mario Party got it from something else, too. Actually, I know they did, because it's literally called, like, car slots or something. So, they obviously got it from car slots. But that is super cool. I like that. I really like that. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Let's see if I pull this back down. Whoa. Gonna come back over here. I can pull that in right there. There we go. Yeah, very nice. Awesome stuff. That'll be really cool, though. Not laughing. That'll be really cool, though, when you do get, like, the following camera and stuff like that. That will be super cool. How's YouTube doing? Glitching much? I think YouTube has been pretty stable now. I think YouTube is going well. The idea is you will build the car using different items that will affect speed, weight, handling, etc. Okay, that'll be really cool. That'll be really cool to be able to do that. I love that mini game. This looks fantastic already, Loki. Amazing work. Yeah, this is honestly looking so good. Yeah, eventually when you do get like the following camera, being able to like customize your car, that is going to be super cool. Yeah, I'm very excited to see where this comes along. Very excited indeed. Okay, so unfortunately, I don't think I can use puzzle timer. I'm pretty sure I use that in places. Pretty sure. So, I feel like my hair is going crazy today. Okay, yeah. So item spawns, monster spawns. So I think I also want to be able to control the amount of traps that will be in here as well. All right, what do we got? What do we got, Loki? Oh, it's Yakuza. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so you'll be able to like do all the customization here too, just like this one. That'll be really nice. Yakuza's one I know that I need to play. I've heard really good things about it. Here we go, here we go. Okay, that's gonna be super cool. I believe in you. I believe in you. You're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. We need more games with like mini games like this, you know? Just like fun little things to play. Just like take you out of like, you know, the normalcy of games. That is super cool. So yeah, one of these days, I believe in you. I believe in you. You're gonna get there. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. Yeah, this plan anyway. I mean, hey, with how I know that you stick with projects and like how well you can perform with them, I could see it. I could see it happening. Since I'm here on my computer, I have BTV emotes. I don't know what those are.
Underscore 444 says, you should totally play my game Under if I send you an early demo before the demo's out.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to take a look at it. 100%. REW. I don't know who that is either. I don't know any of the references. But yes, sure, absolutely. I would love to take a look at it. Would love to. Okay, so yes, we got the item spawns, the monster spawns. So we do need to have the trap spawns. Let's see here. I don't think I have a variable for that at all. We find a trap. We got the trap spawn, right? We got all the trap rooms. Okay, yeah, that's the last of them then. Okay, let's do then. Just the orb spawn. Is there anything around this guy? So we got the item spawn and monsters spawn. Monster spawns. I don't think I can mess with Puzzle Timer or Puzzle Timer Max. Random numbers I know we can't. The quests, room traps, puzzle pieces. We got the nodes starting X and Y. But I don't think I'm using those for anything anymore. Don't think. So let's do... I think we get rid of these guys. X, Y, and horizontal, vertical. Okay. So you're gonna be the... traps spawns. Yes. 1043. Okay. So, let's do... Oh yeah, so we got trap spawns, and then we've got... Where was it again? Item spawns? Where was it? The rates. Okay, there we go. Item spawns. And the monster spawns. I just changed my Discord username to make sure I don't appear twice on the key wheel next time you spin. Oh, fair. Look, it says, right now I just have a high speed and acceleration being randomized, but I want to get stats in that will affect those things. That would be super cool. I create a new list each week based on who reacts. Well, there we go. There we go. Fantastic. It's probably honestly the best way to go about it. All right. So, number of rooms. Why are we equal to 39? I'm gonna up you to 40. I feel like 40 would be a good amount of rooms, right? should be able to, like... Yeah, it should be fine. And I'm pretty sure, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Okay, so apparently 39 is 40. I must be counting... I must be counting 0 as a room. Which I guess kind of makes sense. Kind of. Let me just double check though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I just realized what it was. I realized why it has to be set to 39 and then it still goes for 40. It's because of, let me just run through here. I can probably just run from this guy. I'm just gonna run from this guy. Of course he got a blackjack. I'm just gonna run from this guy. Here we go. And I'm gonna run from this guy. Because of this. This is why. It's because when it spawns the exit room, so when it creates the exit room, it then spawns one additional room behind where the exit door is. Because then after you pick the lock, there needs to be a thing back there. So it creates this room and then automatically adds one more behind it. And it's a room you can only access through the door. Like there can never be a time where there's a connecting hallway. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. So let's see then. So we have 40, technically 40 rooms. Kind of. I guess technically we have 39 rooms that we can spawn things in. Minus. So not really. We've got 39 rooms. As our character limit because I have a really specific, insignificant, long would you rather. I think there is a character limit. Autumn says, I'm going to dip for a bit. Might be back later. Autumn, I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening if you don't pop back in. If you do, though, it'll be great to see you again. And yeah, we'll see you hopefully on the Tuesday stream. So, Celia says 532 characters and 104 words long. It might fit. You could try it. You could try it. Do or do not. There is no try. This is what I should have said. Okay. So yeah, so even though there's technically 40 rooms, there's only 39 because one of them is the boss room. So we're down to 39. And then we have player spawn, the orb spawn. We've got the exit room spawn. That's 3 more. 38, 37, 36. That it though? I think that's it. Yeah. So we've got don't spawn things in the spawn room, exit room, mini boss room, pedestal room. Oh yeah. 4 rooms total where you don't want to do anything. And then set current room config to spawn room. But then we also have the chests. When do the chests get added? Spawning traps. Great room decorations. Room potentially spawn decor and exit. Change decor in mini boss room to be the door. Go chest. Where? I think it's somewhere here in the RTG. That's all the movement. Set the spawn location. Mini boss spawn. Orb pedestal. Okay, then here we go. The spawn chest. Okay. It spawns the chests here. Don't spawn things in chest room. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Every time you eat at a restaurant, would you rather be forced to knock over your drink once at any point as long as it's at least half full, but is guaranteed the glass/cup will not break and nobody nor any expensive items will get wet, or you are only able to eat half of any food you get and can eat the rest only when you arrive home with a to-go box, and you specifically are entirely unable to share or have others food until you get home. For appetizers, you can only have half of your fair share. It's a good one. I'd probably say the half. I'd probably say the half, eating half the food. Because for me personally, that would be a good diet to only eat half of what I got. But that would be kind of annoying with some foods that just do not reheat well, like burgers. Oh my gosh. Trying to take a burger home from a restaurant, terrible times. So that would kind of suck. But I think I would prefer that than accidentally spilling my water every single time, regardless. Even though nothing gets hurt and the cup doesn't break, that would still just absolutely suck to every time know that I'm going to have to at least at some point be like, I am so sorry for the mess. That just sounds like a nightmare to me. I'd much rather get a box. Yeah. Second one, only being able to eat half. That is what I would do. Okay, so we're gonna spawn the chests here, which could be, I believe it's 1 to 5 chests that it could potentially spawn. Oh, wait, no. So this is going to be a random number between 1 and 2. And we could just leave this as 1. Could. Because then how high can this skill get? Find more chests in the tomb filled with valuables. You'd have that go up to a 5, which means technically you could eventually have up to 6 chests in the tomb. Okay. So if we just get rid of this and we just say just a constant 1, you will spawn 1 chest in the tomb every single time until someone starts getting more. Okay. Okay. Well then, at that point, let's see here. So it spawns the chest before it spawns anything else. Let's do then. So what would that be? So we're looking at 39 rooms, technically. Let's just say 40 just for good measure, I suppose. That's 40. Minus player spawn, mini-boss spawn, exit spawn. Gotta go back through here. Okay. 40 rooms, minus player spawn and mini-boss spawn. Orb pedestal. Chests up to 6 rooms. And then we also have the mini-boss spawn, and then you also have the exit spawn. So that's technically 30 rooms. 30 rooms that we have to be able to spawn monsters, traps, and items. Okay. So, what if we say, let's just for now, we'll say 10 items, 10 monsters, 5 traps. Yeah, sure. And basically the way that the chests are spawning is in here. Would you press a button that makes your move speed half as fast normally, but increases your 50% per teaspoon of sand? Wait, what? Would you press a button that makes your move speed half as fast as normal, but increases by 50% per teaspoon of sand actively loose in your mouth? Only applies to distance speed by your own body, so it won't affect biking and skating if you press. Wait, what? So I would move slower, and I would have a 50% chance to have a teaspoon of sand in my mouth? Only speed up running, swimming, and walking. Okay, so I'm increasing my movement speed. Your speed increases per teaspoon of sand. Oh, okay. Okay, makes your move speed. Okay, so you're making it twice as fast, not half as fast, or you're increasing it by 50%. Okay, so for every teaspoon of sand that I eat or that I have in my mouth, it increases by 50%. Gotcha. I'd do it. I would happily hold a bunch of sand in my mouth if it means that I could increase my movement speed by 50% with every teaspoon. Yeah, I'd be down. Let's see, Mr. Peabody Live says, what game engine is this, chat? First of all, welcome. Glad to see you here. And yeah, this is a... Wait a minute. This is your first time chat. You're subscribed with Prime. Well, Mr. Peabody Live. Welcome. Glad to see you here. And yeah, we're working in RPG Maker right here. Lots of JavaScript though. But yes, RPG Maker MV is what we're using with this guy. And yeah, this is what we got so far. It's just a dungeon crawling roguelike RPG called Tomb of Vercilias. And yeah, it's coming along slowly but surely, making progress. Oh boy. We got a trap, everybody. Oh, that's right. I forgot that I adjusted the amount of, like, the spawn rates for everything. All right, we'll stand. Sucker. There we go. Anyway, yeah. RPG Maker mentioned. It has been mentioned. Okay. Well then, let's see here. Yeah, so I think the best course of action is going to be we spawn everything here. And let's just leave a comment. So total rooms is going to be equal to 40 with exit room spawning later in addition to 39. And then we say empty rooms equals 30. That's minus player location. That's spawn, exit, void guardian, chests. That's 1, 2, 3. Oh, and void orb. And then 6 X chests. That should be correct, yeah? So it's player, exit, void guardian, not Vopid orb, void orb, and then 6 chests. That's 30 empty rooms that we have to work. Yes. Okay. So, now what do we need to do? So over here in the spawn monsters / items / traps, all that fun stuff. Yo, Randev, give your input on the 2 hypotheticals above. You gotta now. You gotta now. You've been invited. Lamal's gonna answer, but I'm so offended by second ping, I will not. See what you've done, Seelick. You've now offended some Randev. It's a dark day. Okay, so we do not want to have this be a thing anymore, so we can get rid of you. So here's... Okay, we gotta change that quite a bit. Because here, right now... Stand my ground and never back down. So we're using this to identify the room number. So it's random number 1 plus 1. It's checking room 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. But I don't think... I mean, it is looping, though. So looping could go pretty quickly. So I think, instead of going through this sequentially, what we need to do... Let's do a whole new thing. We're setting it up fresh, everybody. Loop. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna tell you to set this to be a random number between 1 and 60. And then we're gonna say... we need to check and see a lot of things here. So that room is greater than 0. Come over here. This is actually what we're going to be able to use here. Basically, I think we can use this condition here. We can get rid of all of the stuff in there. So yeah, so basically we're just saying, are you a room? 1. Instead of going 913, we're going to go with 911. So, are you a room? Are you not in the player spawn? Are you not in the exit spawn? Are you not in the mini-boss spawn? Are you not in the pedestal spawn? And then don't spawn in another chest room. The 920 plus 911 is not equal to -1. Or -1. Don't spawn in another chest room. So, if that's all correct, which I should be able to compress this down a little bit, but for now, we'll just leave that as. So with that, we should then be able to say... Should we jump into another loop in here then? I think so. Loop. Then in here, we want to say set you to be a random number. Set you, not add you. You're add. Okay, set you to be a random number between 1 and 3. See, Dan says, oh, are the numbers of rooms fixed? Yes. Wait, were they broken? In a Minesweeper roguelike I made a few years ago, the floors could have 2581 or 225 rooms. Oh my gosh. That is a lot of rooms. That is a lot of rooms to have. But yes, the rooms are good. We're just needing to get the... So the rooms are good. It's the item, monster, and trap spawning that we're now getting working here. So then we jump into a second loop. We're going to say pick a random number between 1 and 3. So with room 1... So yeah, let's do this then. We're just gonna say conditional branch. No, not another loop. Not another loop. Then we're just gonna say conditional branch. We're gonna say if variable 911. Right? Is that what we got? Yeah, 911. If you're equal to 1, then we want you to spawn a monster. Which I believe we can just take this here, copy that, paste that there. Spawn a monster. That's all we got there. After that, if you are equal to 2, then you are spawn a gemstone. I gotta start calling them gemstones now that we've kind of moved on to that. Spawn a gemstone. And then number 3 is spawn a trap. Okay. So then over here, so yeah, so spawn nothing. Which I guess we don't technically have yet. Let's see, that guy Doro says, how many rooms? For this game, we currently have it set to only spawn a maximum of 40. We could go more than that, though. We technically could do more than that. I could come over here, and I could say, hey, spawn 59 rooms, which would then be 60 because, you know, it's doing its thing. If we come in here, but then you get stuff like, because apparently can't do that many. Oh! That's why. I forgot. We are currently redoing this. So that's going to be very, very broken. I think I should be able to, though, just cut that. And then if we come over here, do this. Okay, apparently I just broke it completely. I don't know what I did to break it. What if I say you're like 55? Okay. Okay. 50? I have no idea what I did to break it. I think the problem is it's trying to spawn the... There we go, there we go. Yeah, I'm kind of running into weird issues because it was trying to spawn the mini-boss room or like the floor exit. And... yeah, it's kind of freaking out a little bit because of... I would need to adjust that. Apparently, I thought that was going to be totally fine, but I guess not. Anyway, so in this game, a total of 40 rooms per floor is what we currently have right now. So, yeah, good times there. And then there we go. There we go. 40 rooms. Happy days. Happy days. Yeah, let's see here. Rage bait. I'm the master of it. How are you, Moon? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good, Doru. How you doing? How you doing? How's life? Hopefully things are treating you well. The monsters and treasures spawning was set up using percentages, so they could increase over time. That is really cool. I like that. See, like, I could technically do that here as well, but I think we're just gonna go off of specific numbers. It's like over here, I'm basically setting it to you will spawn 10 items, 10 monsters, and 10 traps, or 5 traps. And then I can kind of adjust those as needed, which I think should be good. I hope. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, let's come back over here. Would you rather instantly get that sharp pain in the foot that will last 20 seconds or 8 minutes of incurable hiccups? I would take 8 minutes of incurable hiccups. I hate pain in my feet. It's the worst thing in the world. And hiccups are not that bad. At least my hiccups. My hiccups are not that bad. I can't remember the last time I had hiccups. And even when I have hiccups, they only last for like 10 minutes maybe. And they are like extremely calm. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the last time that I had hiccups was I had the like whatever the sauce, like the top sauce on, oh, what's that YouTube show? The hot ones. I had the hot one sauce, like the hottest one. And that stuff is hot. Just in case anybody is wondering, the hottest sauce that they use on hot ones, that stuff is hot. Very, very hot. Would not recommend. Cool. I was gonna die. I thought I was gonna die. I drank literally like 8 glasses of milk. I put like ice in my mouth. It was bad. It was so bad. It was literally like 2 hours later and I'm still like, it kind of hurts. You were on hot ones? I wish I was on hot ones. Now, but you can buy their sauce. You can buy their sauce from like Walmart or something like that. And yeah, it was for one of our D&D nights. One of the guys there brought wings, and yeah, also brought the hot ones sauces. And so we kind of like all tried it to see how hot we could get. And then at the very end of the night, it was literally, so it's like 11:50 p.m., like almost midnight. And another guy was like, "Do you want to try the hottest one with me?" And I'm like, "Let's go for it." And so yeah. So we each took a shot at tequila and then tried the sauce. And oh my gosh, it was hot. It was so very hot, very hot. So anyway, there's my 2 cents. If you're ever gonna be on hot ones, make sure it's hot. It is very hot. People are not joking when they do. I would not be able to ever do hot ones. I'm never getting invited on hot ones. But if I were to ever be invited on hot ones, I would not be able to do it. I would be one of those people that you would just watch and be like, this is sad. This is really sad. Although to be fair, I don't really do much heat anyway, so I'm more of like a medium kind of guy when it comes to salsa, so very, very tame when it comes to spice for me. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah. So spawn a monster. Good to go. Spawn a gemstone. Spawn a trap. Over here. Spawn a monster is good to go. Spawn nothing. We shouldn't have to worry about that yet. I will probably need to actually go through and keep that in here. Yeah. It's probably gonna have to be like a second pass. Because I do have to set rooms to be, like, I have to like intentionally say you are nothing so that nothing weird happens in the tomb. Okay, so spawning an item. This is where it's gonna get a little bit weird. We're gonna have to do all of this. Throw you in there, spawn a gemstone. Now, the traps. We got monster, nothing, items, spawning traps. Okay. I think this is roughly the same kind of thing here. As long as 98 plus 911 times 4. Yes, so 98 plus 911 times 4. Okay, so if the room is empty, so it's equal to -1, and so I don't think we want to do that then. I look, you have nothing else to do here. I'm 2 hours ahead, and you get the most done when no one's chatting, so I'm gonna see myself out. I appreciate you, Seelick. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it, and hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your evening, and we'll see you on the Tuesday stream. So, thank you. But you are not wrong. You're not wrong. I definitely do get the most done when there's not too much chatting going on. Okay. We're already checking basically all of these, though. Player, exit, guardian, pedestal, don't spawn in chest room. That should be good there. Yeah, that should be good. So, I think we should be able to just grab... So, setting variables, random number between you and you. Okay. So let's just grab that loop. come back up over here, then spawn a trap. There we go. That is how we spawn the traps. So the reason why I'm saying set it to between 1 and 2 is because I want there to be potentially traps. So I want to add more traps. So basically 1 is the spike trap, 2 is the hole in the floor trap, and then after that, it's going to be whatever other traps we add. So Summer says, locked in on my own progress right now. Moon is my coworker. I'm glad that I can add a little bit of background noise, just enough for you to be like, a freak is this guy talking about? I'm over here doing my thing. I'm doing better things. Let's see here. I'm gonna absolutely butcher your name. Rinjikusachi. I'm sure I nailed it. It says, is this for a jam contest? It is not. This is a full game that I'm working on making. And yeah. If this was for a jam, this would have been the longest game jam game ever. But yeah, no, it's working on making a full length game here, and yeah, it's coming along slowly but surely. So, but welcome, glad to see you here. Hopefully, you have an absolutely fantastic weekend, or hopefully, you had a fantastic weekend. Okay, that should be everything that we could spawn. Now, something we do need to do though is we need to say once we hit this spot. We need to say control variables subtract 1 from monster spawns. If you're spawning a gemstone, we need to come right here and say -1 from item spawns. And then down here, how are we doing this? So I guess we'd say right before breaking the loop, we would then say subtract 1.
_444
hey!
polymorphed Moonman into a chicken.
I'm a chicken, everybody. Bok, bockity, bok. Glad to see y'all here. What is this? It's, spawn. The items, the monsters, trap spawns. There we go. Traps spawned. Sub 1 from that. Perfect. What the? Now I'm an inverted chicken. It's a
good time. It's a good time here with the helium voice inverted chicken. Beautiful stuff. There we go. Ah, fantastic. Fantastic. What do you think about the new RPG Maker engine? RPG Maker, or something like that.
That we can create 3D RPG games with it. I am very excited for it. Nervous that it's going to be a little bit tricky to kind of get figured out. That is why I've got some ran dev here with me, so you know, they'll be able to kind of walk me through and make sure that I'm able to
use the new RPG Maker. That way I do not fall behind. It's going to be great. So yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see how it all works. And yeah, that's just going to be a lot of just trying to figure it out, you know? Just trying to, yeah, it's anything
outside of just regular RPG Maker. I start getting a little bit lost. The new engine is going to be amazing. I've got my fingers crossed. And I'm sure it's going to be absolutely fantastic. But I am nervous to see, like, how difficult is it actually going to be to, like, pick up and just start using. We'll see. I'm back on YouTube. Hopefully it's better now. I hope so, Nix. What's the difference between RPG Maker with RPG Maker MZ3D? Well, as far as I know, so I mean, like, so with the new RPG Maker, it is layered onto Unity, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, Summer Dev. I'm pretty sure the new RPG Maker is basically layered on top of Unity, so you're essentially getting all of the power of Unity, but with, you know, basically RPG Maker layered on top of it. Whereas with MZ3D, it's basically a plugin on top of MZ, trying to just, like, essentially emulate 3D graphics. So it's like you're essentially getting a deeper sandbox with the tools that you are with like the buckets and the shovels that you're familiar with on top of that, and that's the new RPG Maker, versus you have a much more shallow sandbox with a plugin to essentially kind of mimic a lot of stuff that stuff that's just going to be native with Unity. So it's kind of like the best way I feel like I can try to describe it. It's probably not the best way, but yeah, so that's going to be like the biggest thing is that like, you know, it's essentially like the sandbox is going to be much deeper on the newest version of RPG Maker because it's, you know, the engine is designed to be 3D, whereas the plugin for MZ to turn it into 3D is kind of just like, it technically can do it. It's not exactly meant for it, so there's some like weird loopholes you have to jump through and stuff like that. But you know, not saying that you can't, but it will be handled much more, you know, much better because it's more natively supported because it's on top of Unity for the new one versus with him. But I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what it's going to look like, how it's all going to work. Should be a good time. Yeah? Okay. I'm glad that I didn't completely butcher it to the point where you're like, actually, let me take it from here. See, at this point now, all I'm doing is I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for them to reach out to me and be like, hey, we see you're an RPG Maker creator. Would you like a key so that you can review it? So, I think the editor looks good. I'm hoping. I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful that they learn from their mistake with like Action Game Maker and all those other ones, because yeah, those ones I feel like they strayed too far from what made RPG Maker, and it just made it like almost impossible for anyone who didn't want to put in the time and effort to learn it. Like obviously you kind of have to learn any engine, but it was leaps and bounds more learning than just a regular run-of-the-mill main series RPG Maker, right? And so I think that like turned a lot of people off of it because they're like, what? I have to learn all this new stuff? I'm out of here. So I'm hoping they kind of take that and they're like, okay, let's make it as familiar as possible while also allowing people to be able to like actually make use of everything in here. So I don't know, we'll see. When they give me my free key, I'll be able to test it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. All right, so long as it spawns in here, then it reduces the trap spawns by 1. There we go. So, then here's what we need to do. We need to say, what the?
444
oh, there we go.
Moonshine.
There's Moonchan for you. Can I have your free key? Absolutely not. You're 99% more likely to get a free key than I am. So, technically, you need to share your keys with me once you get them. All right, so random number 1. That's 911. So we're just going to say, if game variables dot value 911 is equal to 1, and if game variables dot value, oh my gosh, if this, which is going to be, crap, now I can't remember. Wait, no, it's variable 908. There we go. Variable 908. Whoops. Is greater than 0. So as soon as it hits 0, that means there are no more monsters left. Can't do that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so long as it is trying to spawn a monster and you have monsters left to spawn, then do this. Then you are if variable 911 is equal to 2, and if 907, which is items left to spawn, is greater than 0, then do that. And last but not least is the traps. So if 911 is equal to 3, and then the traps, that is variable 1043. 1043, as long as you are greater than that. Then do that. Cool. Now, down here at the very bottom, we just want to say, if game variables dot value, if 907 is equal to, no, we'll just say if you are less than or equal to 0, and 908 is less than or equal to 0, and if 1048 is less than or equal to 0. Comment, no more monsters, items, for traps to spawn. And we're just going to break the loop here. There we go. I really hope the game engine doesn't change too much with the current MZ system. It's hard to learn new systems for every new game engine. That is true, yeah. And like, I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of changes. So ultimately, you know, what it comes down to is they need to make sure that they set things up to be as user-friendly as possible for people coming over from their previous engines. Because it's like, you know, you can only do so much, right? Especially when you're layering things on top of Unity. You can only do so much to like make it look and feel the exact same as RPG Maker. Plus, you know, I'm sure they want to try and grow, expand. There's new things they can offer, and so they have to add those in there. But yeah, and again, like, I really hope that they learned from the last few attempts at like sticking their foot in a new part of the pool. Basically, it's like, hey, people are used to the way that RPG Maker looks and feels, and so it's like, try to get it as close to that as possible, with obviously some new things here and there. You know, it's inevitable. They're gonna have to have some new things here and there. But yeah, I feel like they can do it. We'll just kind of see how they execute it, though. As long as there's nothing else to spawn, then it breaks the loop. Then we're going to jump down to here. This is where we're going to need a new loop. This is basically all this is going to be doing is mark any empty rooms as being empty. So, up here though, let's grab 911. Right before the loop, we're just going to throw that in there. It said spawn nothing. This is where... yeah, this is what we actually need right here. Basically, we're just saying... you. So. Friend number 2. What? Oh, right. Okay, so I need to change that. Oh. Okay, so I need to have another condition. Yeah, so basically we need to say... probably roughly... oh yeah. We basically just need this guy right here. We need to say... if game variable... value 98 plus 911 times 4. But we want to say instead we need layout. Yes, we need to go 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. So it's 97. So if 97 plus variable 911 times 4, if you are equal to 0, which means you have no room layout, which means you are not a room, then we basically just need to set that room to be equal to negative 111. Call it good. And then we'll loop through that until eventually, when conditional branch variable 911, when you are greater than or equal to 60, which means it's gone through and checked all the rooms, then we break the loop. Okay. All right. So with that, we should then be able to, with the loop here, should be able to just jump to label, skip. We should be able to skip past all of this loop there. Skip past the traps. Wait. Got the loop here. Okay. We jump out of that loop, go into this loop, then jump to skip. We got this loop, which is monsters, nothing, items, and then we jump into this other loop, which is traps. Great room decorations. This is one that we can jump to. So, label, jump to skip. So eventually, we should be able to, once we get, so long as we test this and everything is working here, we should be able to take out all of this. So all of this should be able to go away as long as we can test this and everything's working. So with that in mind, let's come over here and let's just test and see. We grab a radiant ruby. Whoa, that's an interesting design right there. That was weird. Why didn't it show my dice? Or the player's graphic? What on earth would have changed there? Okay, spawn a monster, spawn nothing, spawn item. That's just setting variables. Then break the loop. Spawning traps. Well, that's fine. Then skip. Great room decorations. Goes through the loop here. Okay. Remove potentially spawned Decorian exit. And then turn on decor animations. I don't know what would have made that stop showing the images. Hold up. Player model equals 0. Okay. Player model is variable 63. Player model is currently equal to 3. Okay. What? What is happening? It was definitely a newer thing here. $97 plus 911 times 4 is equal to 0. Like, nothing in here should be setting it to 3. But is it going to be 3 every time? Player model is 9. What? So I'm just going to come down here. I'm going to grab all of that and just cut it. So this should make everything go back to normal. Or at least how I had it before. What? What the crap? So, what in here is making it do that? Spawn a monster. Spawn nothing. Spawn items. This is setting variables. It said variable, 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 variable. Break the loop. Spawn traps. Yeah, it just says jump to skip. Great room decorations. Okay, so what if I just come here and come down to here? Oh my goodness!
Welcome Oridont and your 23 amazing audience members.
Ori, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. Ori invasion incoming. Raid detected. Ori invasion incoming. Oh my goodness. I appreciate that. Welcome everyone. Glad to see you here. How'd your stream go, Ori? Hopefully everything went well for you. Anything big, fun, or exciting? Would absolutely love to hear what you had going on. Just 2 seconds here. I'm just gonna do comment. Add this just so I know where to paste this back. Just gotta test something here really quick. Anyway, yeah, welcome. Glad to see you here. If you got anything to share, would love to hear what you were up to. I'm also gonna give you a quick shout out to @Ori. There we go. I could, not mistype. Everybody, make sure if you are not already following Ori, I almost said Oreo. Ori, make sure you get over there and to give Ori a follow. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Ori says, hey, thank you. Of course. Definitely want to share the love. So I appreciate it. But yeah. So welcome everyone. Glad to see you here. For anybody who is new here, first of all, my name is Moonwood Games. Actually, before I jump into any of this, just so everybody's aware, if you need to raid and run, no worries at all, Ori. I know that after a long stream, you got things to do, you got food to eat, bathrooms to visit, sleep to get, and so if you got to take care of anything, make sure to take care of yourself first. Yeah, so I do appreciate it though, and that goes for everybody else as well. I know that after hanging out with someone else on stream and then jumping over to someone else can be a little bit of a whiplash. And so if you're like, you know what, this is not my cup of tea. Totally fair, no worries at all. But I do appreciate you being here and for the raid. So, but yeah, so for anybody who is new here, my name is Moonwood Games. We're working on a retro-style dungeon crawling roguelike RPG called Tomb of Vercilias. And yeah, we're just slowly but surely getting through, making systems and all sorts of fun stuff. So tonight we are working on getting monster and item spawns working correctly. Yeah, which I thought we were almost there, but for some reason that is still happening. So for some reason I changed the spawning and how it works, and it is now not actually showing the dice in your inventory. But if I leave and come back, then they're all there. Very bizarre stuff. But the even weirder thing is that it's not showing my player graphic either. And I don't know what's going on there. I have not a clue what is going on there. Yeah. Well, let's do this. Let's do this just because I don't need this as of right now. So let's just kind of throw this in here. We're going to call you the old monster / item spawns. Okay. But yeah, I have no idea. So what if we're gonna flash the screen, because that is how I, do stuff. Trying to figure out what's going on here. So if I had a flash the screen. Okay. So then down over here for player model is 9. So what's actually showing all of the dice and stuff like that? Show dice. Oh, okay. Then we're doing common event RTG 2.0. So this is jumping to label skip. And this is label skip. So it should be skipping past all of that. Interestingly enough. Still showing all of this though and running the RTG. So none of that should matter. And this is where it's actually showing the picture. Is it showing the transition animation? Yeah, it's got to be. It's not. Well then, I think the issue is that we're not getting out of here. That might be the problem. That could very well be the problem. Absolutely. Let's see here. Jerry over on YouTube says, hey yo, what's up, Moon Knights? What are we working on today? We're working on getting some better monster slash gemstone slash trap logic setup. And I thought we were almost good, which I think we are, but we're running into some issues. So I think the actual problem is we're not getting to the very end here. I think that's what the problem is. If we were to get to the end, I'd be able to say, hey, flash the screen, and we should see the screen flash. But I think the problem is we're not getting to the screen flash. Yeah, there's no screen flash. Okay, so either we're stuck in some kind of loop here, I think it could be this. I think it very well could be this. We're looping. Let's see, and also, Legion Valor says, yo, what's up, Moonwood? How's it going? How's your progression on your game, Crawler game? Well, first of all, welcome, glad to see you here. And it's coming along, We are, it's difficult. It's like, basically the entire game, at least the demo anyway, is all taking place in like the same area. And so it always feels not great when someone's been gone for a while and they come back and they're like, how's progress going? Because then it doesn't look like there's a whole lot that has changed. But there has been a lot. There has been a lot that's changed. But it's slowly but surely. We're making progress, y'all. As much progress as a part-time dev that only has like a couple hours a few times a week to work on a game. It's coming along great. Jared says, add a show text event command to a few sections and see where it stops. Well, I think we may have to do that if this is not where because I'm thinking that we didn't actually finish this section here. So essentially, we're jumping into a loop, right? And we're saying, hey, set this number to be random between 1 and 60. And then we're saying, so is this a room? Not in player spawn, not an exit spawn. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's going to be this one right here. It's just, this is going to be jumping between random numbers. There's a loop. That breaks the loop. Yeah, and then we are saying... Wait, and then repeat above. Wait, where's the other loops then? We got this loop. To then break out of... Okay. So if those are all equal to 0, then you break that loop. Then we're not breaking... Gotcha. Okay. So that's okay. Yeah. So I think we just need to add this second guy right here. We're basically just saying as soon as all of you 3 are 0, break that loop as well. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, so we were not even getting into the original condition. Which is this guy right here. Maybe we are, and then there's more stuff down here that's broken. Potentially. You dropped this? Thank you, some Rendev. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's okay. Open and close. Open and close. Open and close. Okay, so it's not an issue with the conditions. I think it's as soon as we get out of this loop. But... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, aha! This condition of 97 plus 911 times 4 is equal to 1, or is equal to 0. That's the one. Pretty sure that was the one. And that should be the only one. Should be. Should be being the key word here. Hey, look at that! We actually see the dice and the player icon and all that fun stuff. Good times. Okay, so that's all that was. Whew. That is all that was. So if we get rid of that, it should be a much more seamless looking thing. Should be. Hey, look at that. That's what it used to look like. Happy days. So technically, I did drop that. It said missing, parenthesis, there it is. Noise! Yeah, that was my bad. That would make sense why I hadn't seen the error message before, because it was still stuck in that loop, because it was, trying to select random rooms. So, if that is the case, we should then be able to come in here and come down to... let's check the monsters first. So there should be... Okay, so there should be 10 monsters. So, we've got 1. So basically, I'm checking here. So as long as a monster has a positive integer and isn't set to a negative number, then that means there is a monster. So, room 1 has a monster. So we got 1. Oh, 0. Well, that's not good. Monster 0. Okay. 2. Right? Nope. We have 1 monster so far. Okay. And then a bunch of 0s. Why? Yeah, some of them are -1, some of them are 0. That's not right at all. Okay, let's come down here. Let's check and see how many monsters did we have left that we could have spawned. Okay, so item spawn 0, monster spawn 0. Okay. How many traps do we have? 1? No. Yeah, traps are positive, so 1. 1. Okay. What's going on here? Monster spawns, sub 1. I think it's because I'm not breaking a loop after I assigned it. So it takes one of the items, takes one of the monsters, takes one of the whatever. Then we've got break loop. Break loop. Break loop. That should get us out of this loop, but then take us back into this loop. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay. Let's check and see. The only thing is I didn't really check the traps. That one kind of makes me a little bit nervous. So we've got 1. Still just 1 trap. Okay. That's cool. Well, let's check the monsters again. Let's see if we've got more monsters. Here we go. Okay. So, 36. That's 1 monster. 0. -1. -1. 0. 0. -1. 0. -1. -1. -1. 0. -1. 0. -1. 0. Okay. What about the items? We got -1, -1. -1, -1. 0, 0. -1, -1. -1, -1. Okay. Before we start jumping into this loop, I'm gonna flash the screen just so I can see how many items, monsters, and everything else like that we can spawn. Like variable 900 and something. Item spawns, 10. Monster spawns, 10. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So it is setting the variable correctly. So it just picks a random room, 1 through 60. Now it checks to see, is this a room? 97, 98, 99, 100, 101. Yes. So are you a room? Checks to make sure you're not the player spawn, not the exit spawn, not the mini-boss spawn, not the pedestal spawn, and make sure you are not a chest room. Okay. As long as you pass all of those checks, then you jump into this loop. And we say, set this number to be a random number between 1 and 3. Random variable 1, variable 911. Yeah, so the variable that I'm telling it to then set a new 1 through 3 on, that is the variable that I'm using to set the room that we're supposed to spawn things into. So this should not be 911. This should be, we'll do 912. New variable, 1 through 3. There we go. 912. So anywhere that it says 911, I need to change to be 912. Should just be in these conditions. Okay. That should be good. Go. Next, we also need to check and see if the room is empty. Not in player spawn, not in exit spawn, not in mini-boss spawn, not in pedestal spawn. Seelick says, W-raid, okay, bye. Okay, bye, Seelick. Let's see, Jerry says, hey, Mooney, may I ask how you're registering mouse clicks? I assume it's checking the position of the cursor to the bounds of the image you display, but are you physically mapping the corners? Yes. So basically, the way that I'm doing this, so it's twofold. Mostly just because RPG Maker MV it's not as good as MZ, I'll say that. So I do have a plugin here that I have to use, only because the way that RPG Maker tracks the mouse, it will only update when you click. So if you're just like moving the mouse around, it's not actively, tracking the mouse's X and Y position. So I have this plugin called the Simple Mouse Script, which basically this is just constantly updating the X and Y position of the mouse. There are also other things that I might utilize, like you can hide the system cursor and you can also do a custom cursor. So I could like create my own cursor if I wanted to. But anyway, yeah, so mouse X and Y updating is set to true. So yeah, so basically what that is doing is it is just constantly, all the time, checking the X and Y position of the mouse cursor, which I then have mapped to variables 1 and 2. And then essentially the way that I do all of the buttons, the cards, anything like that. So if I come over here to the perk card section, because as you can see here, if I were to hover over the cards, it gets the X and Y. But like it's also like it's live updating the position of the card. So if I were to move the mouse just a little bit above the card, as it hovers out from under the mouse, it deselects and then reselects. So basically the way that I'm doing this is, yes, I manually create a X and Y bounding box of the image. So I basically just say, so game variables, again, like I said, I'm using variables 1 and 2. So variable 1 is the X position and variable 2 is the Y position. So I'm literally just saying, is variable 1 greater than or equal to 198? I think I have to sneeze. There it is. Woo. Okay, so yeah, so I'm basically just saying, is the X position greater than or equal to 198? So basically it's saying the X position, 198. So that's how far it's moving over to the right. And then variable number 2, it's just saying, are you greater than or equal to? And then this one specifically, I am taking the actual Y position of the picture. So that way, as it's moving up and down, it can actually take that in consideration. But I'm also just kind of, in other spots, I'm just taking the Y position of the screen. So yeah, so I'm literally just saying, I'm basically taking top left corner, bottom right corner, anything within that. Yeah, so I can create bounding boxes in any kind of rectangular shape. So I can make them tall, long, whatever it may be. I did have to do a little bit of weird work when it comes to the mini bosses, because they have like circular images that I wanted to be able to rotate. So that one was a little bit weird and confusing, but I finally got that thing working. Yeah, so that's kind of how that works. So yeah, that's what's going on there. And then RPG Maker does have other, well, I guess JavaScript has some other things, you know, say for example, it's like be able to track to mouse clicks and things like that. So you can do like a touch input dot is released. That's just checking for as soon as I release the left click. So you can do like, you can like click and hold. And then if you were to move your mouse and then let go, if you're not currently over like the card you've selected, you know, say for example, if I were to come in here, and if I were to, you know, click when I'm hovering over this card, it doesn't select it when I click, it selects it when I let go. So if I move the mouse over and let go, nothing happens. But I could also click on the outside, move to here, and then let go, and then it's literally just tracking so long as you are in that bounding box when you release. Yeah, so there's like, you know, there's on click, there's release, there's repeat, and all that fun stuff. So anyway, yes, that is how I'm tracking all that fun stuff. Okay. So, random numbers 1, 2, and 3. Go through all of this. View. Yes, so if you are equal to 1, if you're equal to 2, if you're equal to 3. Okay. Yes. And then it should just loop through that again and again and again and again and again until it eventually picks a room and a thing to spawn, throws it in there. And then when we get here to the end, we're basically just saying, okay, if you are completely out of items, monsters, and traps to spawn, break the loop. And then when it gets down here, it checks one more time and it says, okay, as long as you are out of those, break the loop. I think that's what we need. I hope that's what we need. I guess we'll find out. Let's check it again. How do you get the bottom right bound? How do you know how many pixels down you are? Like, did you get the size of your images and then just hard code that? Yeah, basically. It's a, yeah, here's the reason why anytime I want to adjust my UI, it's kind of a pain, is because a lot of the stuff is hard coded. It's like these buttons up here, hard coded. The picking up the dice, hard coded. Recognizing where on the screen all of this stuff is, hard-coded. Hovering over these, hard-coded. The skill tree button, hard-coded. All of these, hard-coded. There's a reason why once you start kind of moving around and you're finding monsters and things like that, it kind of becomes a nightmare, because if I want to adjust any of this at all, it is all hard-coded. Like, if I want to adjust where any of these buttons are, I've got to change where I've hard-coded the buttons. If I want to change, you know, how the cards all... Actually, I did eventually make the cards better to fix, because I have one set X and Y position for where the cards need to move, and then I can set that one, like, parent position somewhere else, and then all the cards adjust to that new position. So if I were to say, you know, the cards need to move to X position, you know, X and Y, or position X and Y, I would have that parent position set, and then all the cards move to that spot, and then they kind of like adjust and build out from that spot. So that one is slightly better than how it used to be when I first started making this game. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's kind of how I do that. So There have been a few things that I've tried to update. So if there are things that are like individual images, which I haven't done with any of like the gemstones up here yet, just because like they're already set in stone, I kind of don't need to adjust them. But there are some things where because again, I've been learning as I've been going, and once I learned that you could check the mouse's X and Y position based on the X and Y of the picture, that has been a huge lifesaver. Again, it allows me to do things like this, where like as the picture moves up and down, I can have it track and be like, oh, the cursor is on the picture. Oh, it's not on the picture. It's on the picture. It's off the picture. It's on the picture. It's off the picture. And it's pretty great. It is pretty fantastic. So there are some things, especially with newer systems, you'll notice like better mechanics. They all work. It's just under the hood, it's a little bit more clean so that I can adjust things better, essentially. So you get the size of the image and then just do some math and trial and error to find the bounds. But the moving perk cards, how are you capturing the motion? So basically, for everything else that you'll see in general, it is, just basically trial and error with the assistance of Photoshop. Because I am able to come in here, say for example, just ignore that horrible thing I was doing. So say for example, if I were to come in here and if we were to go to Documents, and let's go to GitHub, Tomb of Vercilias, Images, Pictures, and then we're going to go to UI. All right. We're going to go to something big. I thought that it was UI. What do I have this thing called? We'll just open this up. So basically with this one, since this is all just a singular image, and this isn't like every single one of these images isn't broken into its own image, right? It's just a single image. So basically all I did is I was like, okay, I want to be able to figure out when the player is hovering over this thing. So I basically go top left corner, I'd come down here and I'd say, okay, cool. If the player is hovering over 220X and 460Y, and then I would come back over to here and I would say, okay, if this variable is greater than or equal to 220, yada, 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 and if you are greater than 460y. So basically there's just like the four conditions that I have to do, because I have to get the left X and the top Y, and then I have to get the bottom, the right X and the bottom Y. That way I can like set the bounding box within there. But for the cards specifically, here's the way that I'm doing it. So I have the normal thing here, so I just gotta say, if game variables value 1 is greater than or equal to 198, because that is the left, like the leftmost part of card number 1. And then I'd say, and if game variables dot value 2, so this is going to be the Y. So then instead of hard coding the value for Y, saying, okay, if you're equal to 460 to 680 or something like that, so long as you're in this range, then you're technically hovering over the card. Because again, if the card is moving up and down, it's going to change where you're actually hovering the card. So then I can just say, if you are greater than or equal to, and then I just say, math round, game screen.picture, 21._Y. So it's getting the Y position, and it's the center position of the Y card. So it's basically taking, if I were to come over here to perk, and I come over here. So basically what I would then do is I would find the center of the card. So the center is right here. So that is a height of 148. Then I would just then come over back to here. So then I would say, okay, so game screen picture, 21._Y minus, so I did 152 instead of 148. It gives like a 4 pixel buffer around it. Because when you're hovering over the card, there is a 4 pixel highlight essentially going around the card. And so I did 152 on that. And then on the last one, I then say plus 152. So that way it's taking from the center part of the card, and then it's just saying plus and minus that to get the Y up and down. Yeah, so that's kind of how I'm going with the cards there. So it's a little bit weird, but it gets the job done. Based on the X and the Y of the picture, so you can get the images X and Y and add the bounds there. Exactly, yeah. And if I wanted to, instead of just hard coding the X position of the card, I could instead say, instead of saying game variables.value 1 greater than or equal to 198, I could say, game screen dot picture and then I would just choose the picture layer that I'm wanting to reference. We would just say picture number 1, let's just say, and then you would say ._x to get the X position, Y to get the Y position. I think you can do like ._scale as well. Not exactly as relevant here, but you get the idea. I can do ._x, so that gets the center spot of the picture. So if we come over here, yeah, that's literally just the center spot right here. So if I were not to adjust this at all, it would literally just be saying, if I can find the center spot, there we go. It would literally just be taking this spot right here, this center area here, and just saying, yep, that spot right there. But if I were to then say, okay, this center spot minus 100 pixels, because that's, 100. So I would say ._x minus 100. Then it's basically taking that center spot, offsetting it by 100 to the left, or I could say 104 if I wanted to include the highlight as well. And then that's setting the starting point as there. So, yeah. That's really smart. Just make the whole thing an image and get the chords for it. Smart. That's how you're finding the static chords. Man, I can't believe I didn't think of that. Thank you. Of course. Yeah, and that's the thing too, is it's like in the areas that I can use the pictures X and Y as the actual X and Y coordinates of like the selection bounding box, I am trying to use that more often now that I know that's a thing. When I first started making this game, I had no idea that was a thing. Not a clue. I know it doesn't seem like much, but I have learned so much JavaScript in the time since starting this project to now. So yeah, so basically you can start, or you can use the X and Y position of the cards. You just have to know the width and the height of the card to be able to offset, which way it's going. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm doing it for that. And yeah. I wonder if there's a ._height/width, and then you can do some sort of X plus height times 0.5. That is possible. I don't know. I haven't really experimented with much. My problem is that, like, I found a solution, and I was like, all right, cool. We're done. No more learning. Someone says, lost my AirPod in my sleep. Spent forever looking for it in bed. Finally found in pajama pocket. That's the worst. The absolute worst. But I'm glad you found it. I'm glad that you did find it. So I figured it's time for another reminder, #giveaway. Yes, we could give a reminder, yeah, for anybody who is part of the Discord server, and if you're not, make sure to come join the Discord server. We do a weekly giveaway here on the server, so we already did do the giveaway, but if you would like, there's going to be a new post here that will get posted probably in the next day or two from Loki, and yeah, all you'll need to do is just come in here and just add any reaction you want. Any reaction, it doesn't matter which one. You could even do the middle finger, and maybe Loki will add you to the list. But yeah, add a reaction to the post. Obviously not this one. This one's crossed out. But when the new post gets added, make sure to come in here and add a reaction to this post. I'll give some reminders on the Tuesday and Thursday streams. But then on the next Sunday stream, we'll be doing another giveaway. And you'll be able to get your name added to this prize wheel to be able to hopefully maybe be able to earn a key yourself. So yeah, good times there. And also, thank you for the reminder. I do appreciate it, Loki. We need a new giveaway message for everyone but you. Everyone but Sir gets a new message. Okay, so if we come back over to here. Tell some Rendev that I borrowed their AirPods and put it back. That's true. Yeah, Jerry. So it was not you that accidentally put it in your pajama pocket. It sounds like it was Jerry that actually put it in your pajama pocket. So just keep that in mind. That's what happened to it. Okay, so let me just double check a few variables really quick. So we've got 0 item spawns and 0 monster spawns left. That's good. Let's check and see if the trap spawns, those are also equal to 0. Now let's just double check and make sure we should have 10 monsters, 10 items, and 5 traps. I should have checked the traps first. Let's check the traps first because those are going to be pretty easy to check. Okay, so for the traps, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4, huh? So you're equal to -1. Yes, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so only 4 traps. That's not good. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens after that. Let's see how off everything else is. So monsters. Still have some sitting at 0, so that sucks. But monsters, we got 1, 2, right so far. Got 2 monsters, 3, 4, 5, 'We're halfway there. 6, 7, 8. Come on. I believe in you. 8. 9. 'Dang it, it only spawned 9. Okay, so we're 1 short on the traps, 1 short on the monsters. How are we doing on items? We're 1 short on items, so help. Okay, 0, 0. -1, -1. So we got 1. Two. Really not great. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we spawned 8. If we try a refresh. Room traps. We've got 1, 2, 3. Okay. Even worse. So there's definitely something worse than just it's not spawning all of it's overwriting some maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that one spawned all of them. Okay, so not great. Not great. One, 2. Okay. Doesn't matter. I will still react first. I will always be there for your giveaway messages, Logan. Aw, see? That's just heartfelt. What? Jerry did what to Jerry? Wait, what happened to Jerry? What did I say? Did I say something wrong? I think I may have said something wrong. Because I think it's supposed to be Jerry DeSurd. Look, that's true. Yeah, Jerry, so it was not you that accidentally put it in your pajama pocket.
Oh.
It sounds like it was Jerry that actually put it in your pajama pocket. So just keep that in mind. That's what happened to it. Okay, yeah, that's my bad. That was my bad. I meant to say Surd, not Jerry. That's my bad. 6'7"? I did say 6'7" a few times, didn't I? Yeah, I find that AirPods are the best to plunger the gunk out of my ears. 8'9"? 6'7", 8'9". It's true. Okay. It should not be. Let's just focus on strictly the traps. So, if it chooses number 3, as long as 1043 is greater than 0, then we want to say spawn a trap. Jump into a loop here, where we say 920 plus 911, math floor, random, 2 plus 1. And then if 72 is equal to 1, 920 plus 911 is equal to 2. Just say don't do that. Repeat above, all that good. Then else, $72. So, I think I need a lot more conditions. Because not only do I need to make sure that there are no... crap. Yes, we're checking to see... Okay. Yeah, because we're right now checking to see the spawn room. We're checking to see if it's a room, and then not the spawn room, not the exit room, not the mini-boss room, not the pedestal room, and no chest. We're not checking to see if either, 1, a monster or an item or a trap has been spawned in that room before, and B, we're not checking to see if there is a monster or an item or a trap already in the room. Okay. So we're saying after it spawns the monster, I guess it is technically okay. So we are already saying set item 1 and item 2 to be equal to -1. But then we also need to say okay, so we can't set the traps to be -1 because -1 means there's a chest. So we need you to stay 0. I should not have tried to reuse the same variables. We could just fill in the traps after it spawned all of the items and monsters? could do that. Then at that point, we're not checking. I guess we could just check, and we could just say, hey, as long as you're not a positive or negative integer. I mean, we're already checking to see if you're negative, though, because this one right here is just saying if you're not equal to -1, which means there's a chest in there. So. I guess technically then, we could just say $920 plus 911 is because we just say if you are equal to 0, which means there's no chest and there's no trap. If you are equal to 0, don't spawn in room with trap. Also want to add probably grab this one. That one's a little bit closer to it. Then we'll grab I guess it would be this one, wouldn't it? We want to do it for the monster. We want to say if game variables 98, that should be monster. 98 plus 911 times 4. If you are greater than or equal to 0. No. As long as you are equal to 0. Not in monster spawn. Nemo, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. How was your weekend? How are things going for you? Hopefully life is going well for you. Okay. So this is checking the monster, so not in monster spawn. And then you need to check the item spawn. So then you would be at 99 plus that. You are equal to 0, but not in item spawn. As long as all of that is correct. And I think we should be able to take all of this, move it up into here. I know that's a lot of conditions. I can clean that up later. But, so don't spawn in room with trap. Then we got monster and item. Okay. So then we want to say 99 plus 911 times 4. So set it to -1, -1. So that is setting the items to be -1. That is not setting the traps themselves. Then we need to say over here game variables dot set value 920 plus 911. We're gonna have you equal. Wait. Nope, we don't need to do that. Because you're already gonna be equal to 0. So you're good. But it's when we do this over here in the items. We're setting the monster to be equal to -1. We're we're setting item 2 to be equal to -1. Set random number between 1 and 4. And so then item spawns. No holes on the first floor. Wait, then we're setting... Oh yeah, trap spawns -1. Okay, so then this is actually setting the trap. So long as it actually sets the trap correctly. First we want to say script, we want to say set 99 Yeah, we want to set all of the monsters, item 1, item 2, equal -1. There is a trap spawned in there. Oh my goodness! Hello, it is I, not Moon-chan, Eclipse-chan. It is I, Eclipse-chan. Here to be happy and do good things. Good things for the world of game dev. That is what I'm here to do. Let's see if that actually spawns things, shall we? I guess we'll find out. Okay, everything seems like it. I mean, we're in, so we should be spawned. Now, let's check the traps really quickly first, because that is the quickest one to check. So we've got nothing. Nothing. Okay, so we got 1, 2. 2. It obviously is very broken. Yes, we got 0. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey. Here I was thinking adjusting this was gonna be super simple, nothing that crazy. LOL, you can do it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Nemo. I do appreciate that. Yeah, it's it's a lot. Yeah. Okay. Don't spawn in room with trap. Well, that one is incorrect. So this one we need to say if you are less than or equal to, I'll just say if you're less than 0, that means there is a trap in that room, so don't spawn in there. And then you are, 98 plus 911 times 4. You are equal to 0. Which means there would be... If you equal to 0, that means there should be no monster in there. And then if you are equal to 0, that means there is no item in there, so you can also go. So... Nope, that was correct. You are equal to 0. It means there is nothing in the trap room. There's no traps. There's no chests. Gotcha. So, why would it then... Okay, let me just go through this. Okay, so we set this starting off to just be equal to 0. And then we start the loop. We want to set that to be a random number between 1 and 60. So, first thing it does when it sets that to be 1 through 60, it says, first, are you a room? Do you have... Yeah, like, are you a room? Yeah, because 97 is layout, 98 is monster, 99 is item 1, and then 100 is item 2. Okay, yeah, so are you a room? If you are, then is this the player's spawn? If it's not... then is this the exit room spawn? If it's not, then are you the mini-boss spawn? If it's not, are you the pedestal spawn? If you're not, then is there a chest in here? As long as you are not equal to, I guess that's kind of overkill or unnecessary, so we can just cut that. Don't spawn another chest room. Yes, we could just, with this one, we can just say if 920 plus 911 is equal to 0, so don't spawn in room with trap or chest. Go. Okay, and basically just saying, are you equal to 0? Which means you are in a room without a chest or a trap. And then is 98 plus 911 times 4 equal to 0. So is there no monster in the room? And then is there no item in the room? As long as all of those things are true, then it starts this loop here. And then we say set random number 912 to be random number between 1 and 3. So then basically just saying, is 912 equal to 1, which means it's going to be spawning a monster, and is variable 908 greater than 0? If both of those are true, which means there are monsters to spawn, 908 is monsters to spawn, right? 908, monster spawns, cool. Then it spawns a monster. Does all that good stuff. And then at the end of that, oh wait. I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna throw that in here. We're just gonna say set, 99, yada yada yada, set it to you. And then we also want to get $98, so that's monster, item. Okay. Over here, I'm gonna want to say neighborhoods have set value 920 plus 911. And we're gonna set you to be no, you don't need to do anything. Okay, so just set, if you spawn a monster, set the item slots to be equal to -1, so there can be no item there, and then reduce monster spawns by 1, and then break the loop. So this is the loop that it's breaking out of. It should come down all the way to here, then get over to here, then we're basically just saying, is 907 less than or equal to 0? Is 908 less than or equal to 0? And is 1048 less than or equal to 0? You are break the loop. Okay. Then we come over to here. So let's just say, for example, if you were to select 2, you come over here. So if 912 is equal to 2, and if 907, which is item spawns, if you are greater than 0, which means there's still items to spawn, then we want to spawn a gemstone. We're going to say set 98, which is the monster spawns, set that to -1. Then we're going to say set 99 to be a random number between 1 and 4. And then depending on that, it then sets these to that. Okay. And then item spawns, -1, break the loop. Okay. Then it should loop back up and through. Well. Yes, then it breaks the loop. So yeah, so again, it breaks out of this loop, which means it should come down to here, hit all those ends, and then it checks again, just says, hey, are there still things to spawn? If there are, then repeat above, then it jumps back up to here to the loop, chooses a new room number, 1 through 60, goes through all of these checks again. As long as all of those checks are correct, then it jumps in here again, sets a random number between 1 and 2, or 1 and 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So as long as you are equal to 3, and 1043. Yeah. Trash to spawn is greater than 0. Spawn a trap. Then we jump into this loop here. We're basically just saying 920 plus 911 math floor math random times 2 plus 1. So it's choosing the trap to spawn, so it's either 1 or 2. 1 is the spike traps, 2 is the floor falling through trap. Then if 72 is equal to 1. What was 72 again? Floor number. Okay. So if floor number is equal to 1, and if 920 plus 911 is equal to 2. So if you are on floor 1 and it shows to do floor 2, and it shows to do trap 2, then basically it just says no holes on the first floor. So then get down to the end of here, loop through again, pick the random number again. If it is though, then we want to say set 98 plus 911 times 4 to equal -1, -1, -1. Trap spawns -1, and then break the loop. And that should be this loop right here. And it should jump to here, which we then say if 907 is less than or equal to 0, and 908 is less than or equal to 0, and 1048 is less than or equal to 0, break this other loop. But if it's not, then it should repeat above. Then takes you back up to here, which would then choose another random thing, 1 through 3. Is that the problem? That might be. Setting it to be 1 through 3. First one, that's the second one, that's the third one. So we might actually just say at the end of this here, regardless of if it's 0, 0, 0, we might just break the loop there. Then it gets down here, then this checks to see if they're empty. Then if not, jump up here. Maybe that might have been it. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I'll load it in. It should have spawned everything. Oh, let's see what happened. All right, room traps. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Got 5. Could be a fluke. Could be a fluke. I want to check like 3 times. As long as we've got 5 room traps 5 times, then I'm going to check the monsters. Okay, so we got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now hold up. Now hold up now. Let's try one more time. Oh, if it was an issue with the loops, I'm going to be very happy that it's now working. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's 5 in a row. That is a good sign. That is a good sign. Now that we know that is working, I'm going to check the monsters. I'm going to check the monsters and see if we've got 10 monsters. Keep going. Don't even worry about it. Oh, don't even worry about it, baby birds. I will keep going. I will keep going, and it's going to be great. All right. Cross your fingers that we've got 10 monsters spawned. Okay, so monsters. Let's see here. So, okay, no. 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 Off to a great start. It's a lot of negatives. Guess that's 1 monster. 2 monsters. Hold up now. Summer Dev wants to collaborate. Oh no. Did you mean to do that? It just popped up for me. So you don't want to collab. Is that what you're saying to me? I just wanted to see what would happen. Well, what happens if I preview? Preview. Apparently you have to be live? It took me to your channel. Oh, well, hold on. I don't know. Yeah, I clicked preview and it just took me to your stream. I think the collab thing connects our chats. Or accept. I don't see anything different. I don't know what it did. I don't know what it did. I'm still, yeah, when I go to your channel, it just says you're offline. I don't see anything. I think it might be a thing where we both have to be going. Do I go live for testing purposes? Do I notify tens of people just for the bit? I don't know. How about the next time we're both live, we're gonna try it again. I'm down for that. I'm down to try whatever it is that you know. I feel like you would have some very upset people if you were just like, hey, I'm going live just to test this out. It's very upset people. Yeah, I'm 100% down to try it the next time we're both live. Absolutely. Next Sunday is our next overlap. There we go. There we go. Next Sunday is the plan then. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be great. Okay, back to the counting. With this riveting content. Okay, so we got, yeah, nothing. Wait. Yeah, nothing. Okay, so yeah, so there needs to be 10 monsters. Got 1. 2. It shouldn't be 0, but okay. Actually, maybe. Maybe. So 2. Thing better pick up fast. 3. 4. 5. 'We're halfway there. 6. 7. I can hear it. 8. 9. 10. 10 monsters. All right. LMFAO, yes, that's what I've been waiting for. I knew you were. I knew you were. And it finally hit. It's like that rush of dopamine. You finally got it. You finally got the 6-7. Okay, so that's a good sign. Now I'm just going to count with the items, because I'm weird like this. I'm not going to double count the monsters. I'm only going to count the items now, once. So I think at this point, so long as the items actually add up correctly, so long as there are 10 items spawned, there are a few spots that if you were kind of visually looking along, you probably would have noticed there are some spots where the layouts are 0. And then say, for example, you know, so if we come down to here, so you got the ones like this, where layouts are equal to 6, and then the monster is equal to just 0, 0, 0. Where those should be -1s. Like if there's nothing in there, it should be -1. So I think what we need to do, so let's check room 17. Room 17 for the traps. Oh, too far down. Room 17 is nothing. All right. So it's just an empty room then. So we need to have a second pass that goes through and basically just says, after it has spawned all of the traps, items, and monsters, it then just needs to go through and say, hey, Are you a room that has had nothing spawned in it, set you to -1, -1, -1, that kind of a thing. Yeah. So let's check the items though really quick, and I just want to make sure, because as long as that adds up to 10 on the first count, I'm just gonna call it good. I'm gonna say that we're good to go there. So, going through. Okay, so 1. Absolute riveting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here it comes. 7. Right? 7? 7. 8. 9.
Some randev just gigantified an emote with 30 bits.
Yeah, 6, 7. I love it. I love it. Thank you for the bits. I do appreciate that. There's 10. As long as we don't have any more that have spawned. No. Oh no, did I miscount? Crap. I'm just gonna go back on that one. Just see. So I don't want this to miscount. Okay. Got nothing, 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 nothing. Okay, so we got 1. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Some randev says 6 CEVEN.
8. Don't distract me. 9. 10. 11. Okay. So it's spawning 10 items, or 11 items, 10 monsters, and 5 traps. Interesting, interesting. Pedigree 81555 says Illuminati. I think that's Illuminati. Is that Illuminati? I said the Illuminati. I'm sure this is absolutely riveting as a first-time chatter to see. We're checking to make sure that a spawning system is actually spawning things correctly. Lamau, I love how I could hear you laugh a little when you said 6. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. So, I guess here's the one thing I could check though. So there's one of these that are spawned that is spawning as 201. Yeah, item 201. What is item 201? Oh! Dang it. Oh, here I thought this was an issue. I thought it was a problem. Do you want to know what item 201 is? It's an item. It's not a orb, or it's not a it's not one of the gemstones. It's that. It's the void orb, void crystal, the thing you have to collect to be able to unlock the boss door thing. So that's why it was 11 every time that I counted, because I was like, why is there 11? Then I was like, wait, 201. It's like 201. There should not be a dice or a gemstone 201. So that's why I was very confused. There should literally only be 80. There should be 80 gemstones. So I'm like, it shouldn't be going that high. So why is it going all the way to 201? That would be why. Okay, so that should all be working correctly now. So now we need the one last pass, which is setting everything to be equal to 0 after all of this. We set it to 0. Oh wait, it already should be. I already have that pass set up. Mark any empty rooms as being empty. We're just saying 911 plus 1. And then if 97 plus 911 times 4 is equal to 0. Okay, so long as there is not a room there, spawn nothing. So we're setting... yeah, 98, 99, 100. Plus game variables dot value 911 times 4. Setting you to be -1. Huh. Interesting, I guess? Why? Huh, I don't know. Ian White says, Tong 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 Sahur. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Also, welcome. Glad to see you here. Hopefully you have an absolutely fantastic weekend. So... huh. Elite ball knowledge there. I know, right? I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean elite ball knowledge? We're talking about Ian White or something else? Mark any empty rooms as being empty. Yes, we're setting you to be equal to 0. And we're saying just add 1 to it. Do that. Tung 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 sahur. I still have no idea what that is. Tung 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 sahur. Fictional AI generated character. That guy is horrifying. That is a horrifying looking individual. I could have gone my whole life without seeing that thing. Thank you all so much for sharing that. It's okay, you'll understand when you're older. I don't know how much older I can get before I'm just, 1 foot in the grave. Good times, good times. So, I mean, it's not, I don't think it's the end of the world. Pretty sure it's not the end of the world. I don't really understand why it would not be setting these correct. Game variables are set value 98 plus 911 times 4. Yeah. We got 98, then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. So yes, we're setting monster, and then item 1 and item 2. Set them -1. I feel like I'm definitely missing something. And I'm like, okay, what am I missing? So there shouldn't be any conditions here, right? Because that's its own loop. Then yeah, we're just setting this to be equal to 0. And then we jump into this new loop. Mark them as empty. Then we do random number plus 1. We should be starting on room. Yeah, so it should be 97 plus. And then in parentheses, we got 911, so that would be 1 times 4. So that would be 4, 8, 12, so on and so forth. So if you are equal to 0, which means if the floor layout is equal to 0, spawn nothing. So we set you to be equal to -1, -1, -1. And then if random number 1 is greater than or equal to 60, break the loop. Okay. Very, very interesting. I don't know why it's not zeroing things out. Let's see, Quenlin, welcome. Glad to see you here. Says, custard pie, squirty flower, custard pie, squirty flower. Pie, squirt, listen, you stupid clown. If you recognize that, you're on state pension. I don't recognize that at all. Not at all. Not even close. Not even for a little bit. I can't even pretend. Okay, so let's just go through here then. I just want to make sure. So layout is equal to 8. All those are -1. You're equal to 0. So we got -1, -1, -1. Layout is 3. So, but everything should be fine, right? Okay, so you're a trap. You're empty. You're empty. If I leave and come back, everything's fine there. Okay. We got a monster. Okay. I'm gonna run from the monster. What happens if I try to run from the monster to the empty room? Everything's fine there. Empty. Okay, well, I think everything is fine then? I think? Oh! Now that is a problem. Because that should not be spawning on the floor that I'm on. I'm just gonna double check and make sure. So when you spawn the traps, you're saying if 72 is equal to 1. I need variable 72. Floor number is 1. Okay, we're saying if 72 is equal to 1, what? Yes, we're in room 15, so let's come over here. Room 15, you are trap 102. Oh. Ooh, what? I don't know. Back again for a bit. Welcome back, Nick. Welcome back. Summer Dev, it's a reference to old British cable adverts where characters were arguing over what to watch. Back then, you could only have one cable channel at a time across different TVs. Fair. They touted the service as a feature, leaving the characters to argue over something more important. I like it. I like it. Like clowns arguing over custard pie versus squirty flower, or Cleo versus and Mark Anthony arguing over how there's no milk. Tragic. Okay, I have no idea what Quillen is on. Thank you for the cross-platform context, Quillen. It is good to know. It is good to know. So when is it actually no more monsters, items, or traps to spawn? Mark any empty rooms as being empty. That's fine. Great room decorations. So when does... Because at some point in time... Yeah, what? So when you spawn a trap, you're setting variable 920 plus 911 to a random number between 1 and 2. Then you are showing as being 101 and 102. So when does that happen? What's multiplying it or adding it by 100? Is that how the traps always work? That seems bizarre. Yeah, no, we've got 1, 2, 1, 1, -1. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in room 57, you should not be spawning anything like that. '57, you've spawned room trap 2. Why then? Why would you have spawned room trap 2 when if 72 is equal to 1, and if 920 plus 911 is equal to 2, you should do nothing. You should repeat above, set it again, random number. I have no idea why it would be doing. Yeah, because the thing is, like, the whole idea. Actually, let's go check variable 72. Because if variable 72 is showing incorrectly. Yeah, no, floor number 1. We're on floor 1. Then game variables.set value 920 plus 911, random number between 1 and 2. Game variables, then if the floor number is equal to 1, and if the room trap is equal to 2, then it just says no holes on the first floor, and it should do nothing. Else, set those to be equal to -1, -1, -1. Trap spawns equals, yeah, and then break the loop. I have no idea, because this is probably going to freak out, because I'm currently on floor 1, and so if I try to fall through the floor, I mean, where am I at now? Floor number 0. Now I'm on floor number 0. That's good times. Oh, let's see here. Bryant over on YouTube says, "Hey, Moonwood Games. Hope you're doing well." Bryant, I am doing absolutely fantastic. I hope you're doing well as well. I hope you had a great weekend. Did you do anything fun, exciting, anything noteworthy? Would love to hear about it if you did. So... I don't understand why this should not be spawning anything with trap 2. 1, 2. Yeah, but then trap 2 right here in room 13. we got trouble. Right here in River City. Capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for trap. Stands for trap. Okay, yeah. Oh no, a man has fallen into the river. Get the rescue helicopter. Get him quick. Get him. Yeah, I don't... Not a clue. Like, unless I'm reading this condition way wrong, as far as I'm seeing it, it is setting this variable to be a random number between 1 and 2. And then if you are on the first floor, if variable 72, which is the floor number, if you are equal to 1, and if the variable that you just set to either 1 or 2, if you are equal to 2, then do nothing, because there should be no holes on the first floor. So then it should come back down to here, which should then repeat above. Then we come back up here to the loop, and then we just say, set a random number for that. Set it to a random number between 1 and 2. And then it should just repeat again. Basically just saying, keep going. And if it tries to spawn a hole, which is trap number 2, tries to spawn a hole while on the first floor, do nothing. Then as soon as it's not trying to spawn a hole, I don't know. Game variables.value 72 is equal to 1. And if game variables.value 920 plus 911. So we got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, if you are equal to 2. I have no idea. I have not an earthly clue in the world. Like, unless there's somewhere else, something else. What if we just say, at the end of all of this, before it does anything else, I'm going to flash the screen right here. Because maybe there's something somewhere else that is readjusting the trap rooms. So we got a 1, and there's a 2. Okay, yeah. So it's something in here. Something in here is setting the trap rooms to be the wrong thing. Somehow. But again, I'm just like so confused. It's like literally everything that I'm looking at right here. Everything right here. Spawn a trap. Here's the loop. Game variables set value 920. Yeah, so it's just set the trap room that you're in to a random number between 1 and 2. And then if you're on floor 1, so if variable 72 is equal to 1, so if you're on floor 1, and if the trap that it tried to spawn is trap number 2, which is a hole in the floor, then do nothing. Which these should both be correct. Break the loop. And then break the loop. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. As far as I know, nothing else in here. 907, item spawns, trap spawns. Like, nothing else in here should be affecting traps. Nothing above it, anyway. So I'm very confused. Like, unless there's something here with, like, maybe the monster spawns? That floor, and then if element is greater than or equal to 0. Monster, element. 98 plus 400 or 911 times 4. Huh. I don't know. I do not know. Other than this, everything else is working totally fine. It's all fine and working just as well as it could / should be. So, yeah, I have no idea. Not a clue as to why any of this would be happening. As far as I know, there shouldn't be anything else that's affecting the trap floors. But I'm gonna have to do some digging and just figure out what the freak's going on there, because not a clue. Not a clue. But anyway, I think I'm probably going to call it there, because like I said, it was a very, very busy weekend. Lots going on, and I am pooped. My brain is pooped. I am pooped. And yeah, I think if I get some sleep and then I come back and look at this later, I'll be able to like actually pinpoint what the freak is going on here. Because yeah, as of right now, I'm like, not a clue. Not a clue. But we'll get it figured out. We will get it figured out in some way, shape, or form. It will all work out in the end. So anyway, well, I appreciate y'all for being here, for hanging out, for chatting. It's been an absolute blast of a time. Did not make as much progress as I was hoping, but as long as I can get over this one tiny last hurdle, then we should be able to mark this off the list as being better spawning, which means we can then go in and adjust spawn rates based on the perks, and then we can finally call all that done. So that'll be a good time. And then, yeah, we can then go through later as time goes on, and we can make it so that we can spawn more or less items in the stuff and things. And yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So anyway, well, I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much. And yeah, hopefully y'all have an absolutely fantastic start to your week. I will see you all on the Tuesday stream. And yeah, so until then, good luck, take care, and I will see you all then. So goodbye.